is Heavy Dog. Target has been sighted. Proceeding to engage and neutral.
Now go. Bring swift judgment upon these humans for their trespassing.
To the neutral blip.
Mantis platoon Heavy Dog to HQ. Come in.
On the chat.
Eliminating targets.
It looks like
Target particle beam cannons. Critical damage taking the fuselage. We're losing. Ah!
My name is, I could not think of a joke in time. I'm sorry.
How dare you harm Maria, disgusting humans.
Oh, hi.
Out of my sight.
Yeah, hey everyone. Day 1 of the Shadow Tournament, Neutral Glitchless. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun time.
Looks like everyone in Brandino and Corey getting ready.
I know
Doing
this
some
place.
practice. Yeah, this is the first tournament that the game has had since 2022, so I know a lot of people, myself, are definitely interested in it. So, yeah, they're definitely,
Wow.
they're definitely really interested and ready to go for this. Finally get another tournament, so
Oh yeah.
it's gonna be
This
awesome.
saucer seems to hover above the ground, but it doesn't seem to go that high.
Yeah, both of them seem to be doing some practice on Prison Island, one of the trickier stages for the run to get a good time.
Yeah, definitely. It's a really important stage, like, Prison Island, if you, are a good player compared to, like, a really top-level player, you can just save, like, a lot of time.
Just
And
notice
same,
it says Kirby.
same
Smile
goes,
face.
same goes for, Air Fleet, too, the same kind of thing, like, a top-level player,
Oh yeah.
even compared to, like, a good player, can save, like, 10 or 15 seconds on them in Air Fleet, so...
Oh yeah. Yeah. Especially after recent changes. Airfleet got destroyed. Myself on that, I did that.
Yeah, you did a lot of work on that.
Oh yeah. Looks like we're about to go. Yeah, alright, we started. This is Brandino versus Ori. Ori was gonna do a round against Seafood earlier, but due to some technical issues, look, it seemed like Seafood had to CQ, so Ori got to buy that round.
Time to go and fulfill this.
Now against Brandino.
Yeah, it really stinks about Seafood.
Yeah.
Not good, but maybe something can be worked out about that. I think Seafood still should be able to play in the tournament somehow. If the computer thing or
Hopefully.
whatever gets fixed. So yeah, do you want to talk about where Stopless?
Yeah, so Wasopolis start to the run really uses a lot of the mechanics, in particular one of the big mechanics with Shadow, as kind of it's a meme about, but still a very serious part of the game, is the gunplay. Part of playing Shadow optimally is killing enemies, enough enemies that you can fill up your hero meter, because it can let you skip through the level really fast. In order to do so without losing time, guns are kind of really important for that, because they let you kill enemies without slowing down if you do it right. So, managing, running while also killing all the enemies, dealing with the auto-aim of the gun so you know exactly when you're going to fire at each enemy, keep up your meter in time, is a very important part of Shadow.
Yeah, it's definitely a really, really big, important part of the game. Sometimes sometimes the
Yeah,
auto
we can-
aiming. Go ahead.
You can see Brandino off to a bit of a lead. Am I cutting out?
No, you're good.
Exterminate the humans first.
Once I find all of the emeralds, then I'll find the truth.
Yeah, but the auto aim in this game, like it's useful a lot of times, like with the Omochao gun. You can really like it aims so far away for you, but the other guns are like doesn't really work properly. But yeah, we see Brandino here
Mhm.
really go in with a good, decent time. I didn't quite catch it, but it looked pretty good. And Ori
What?
205, it's not the best, but it's alright.
One thing I definitely notice here is during the first level, as we mentioned, as you have to manage a lot of which enemies to kill and getting them all with guns so you don't have to slow down. Brandino got a lot more enemies without needing to slow down in the first part of Westopolis before Chaos Control. Chaos Control a lot early because of that. He didn't slow down as much needing to kill enemies, where Ori's meter wasn't fully filled by the time they got to the end. So he had to kill a bunch of like the fruits and boxes in order to get a few more points just to make sure he was able to Chaos Control.
Yeah, like especially in Westopolis, not slowing down to do that stuff is the key point to like saving all the time on someone else. If you don't slow down in Westopolis, you can just get a really, really fast time. And now we see both players are in Glyphic
Yeah,
Canyon.
Westopolis is really yeah. Glyphic Canyon. This is a lot easier in terms of killing enemies because of the egg vacuum. The thing about the egg, it essentially just sucks up everything in front of you. So you don't really have to specifically time your shots. You have to time a little bit to make sure you don't too many enemies and get it too. Other than that, it's a lot easier in that regard. But the level itself is a bit harder because you have to actually do more platforming compared to Westopolis.
Yeah, definitely. Now you see Brandino coming up on. He's not going for the slope jump. Okay, that's smart. Yeah, it's fine. I think it saves like 7 seconds. If you get it.
Yeah, it saves a good bit of time, but it is pretty tricky. It takes a lot of work to really get a hang on that jump because it's always tricky. Because if you die doing the trick, you essentially lose a lot of time because you just die. And not only do you lose time because of the death, it's even because you lose your entire meter. And losing your entire meter means like you can't use Chaos Control here, which this Chaos Control, it saves a lot of time, so not getting it loses a lot, like about a minute, maybe even a minute and a half, just for that if you die on the high jump. Oh, but Ori went for it and got it. Let's go.
Nice, awesome. And Ori's new.
That might save some time. Ori's
new to this game in general, but has been putting a lot of time into, so it's nice to see that pay off so fast. Oh, interesting doing this. Okay.
I take orders from no one. I do as I decide.
Brandino through Glyphic Canyon, and we're on to Prison Island next. Yeah, Prison Island's again one of the trickier stages. There's a lot of techniques that come into play in this stage. There's a lot of gunplay like the previous stages, but there's also a lot of fun techniques about the acid river, both with and without a vehicle, that affect a lot. The start of Prison Island can be pretty. It's a bit deceiving. The start of Prison Island can be really tricky because there's the rail at the very start. There's many different ways you can go about it. You can do a backwards jump like Brandino just did there in order to hit the booster behind the start. There's the ring dash you can use to get even faster, your logarithm and stuff. And then this section here, again, it's tricky because there's a lot of enemies and you need to get every gun soldier if you're doing the dark mission, which presumably both runners will be doing the dark mission. And you have to kill every single gun enemy. There's only one extra enemy in the entire level, and you really have to slow down to get the extra one. So if you that first section, you have to make sure you shoot every gun beetle. And if you don't get them all, you got to slow down to make sure you get them because you can't just go past them. You have to get every one.
Yeah, it's like you have to be pretty careful here. But there is, like, if you do miss one, and you also happen to miss the backup, the gold beetle, you can respawn the gold beetle by just running up the slope again to a certain point where the gold beetle, before the gold beetle, so it's not the end of the world, but you lose like 15 or 20 seconds probably. So you can't miss any enemies.
We saw Brandino there had to turn around because he missed one of those two enemies in this long section. Oh, and he's going for the high jump. Oh, he got it. He got a partial high jump. He didn't get the full thing, but he did get the jump onto that platform. I think that still does save time versus not doing it at all.
Yeah, it saves time.
Ooh, Brandino's really low in points. Yeah, Brandino's really low in points. I don't think he's gonna get meter. Is he gonna? Oh, is there one more? There's one more there. Yeah, there he goes. But that loses a lot of time.
At this point, oh, missing one enemy. There we go.
Yep. We go back to get it. Ooh, the ring dashes. Or you go for the spin dash? Yes, he will. And ooh, he doesn't get it. It is possible if you miss that high jump. You can also do a high jump off of the spring platform. That used to be the fastest way until I think I found that high jump that you can do there to do it better than the other one. That's faster than using the spring platform, but it is there as a backup. That's usually what I do if I fail the first jump.
The humans try to retaliate.
So I hope I found it. Last time we had a tournament, I claimed that I found a skip when I did not find it, and I still feel really bad about that.
Okay, well, we see 213 from Brandino and Prison Island Dark mission. It's good. It's okay. It's not the end of the world, but it's definitely he was looking for better. Ooh, that was a close call right there from Ori.
Yeah. Ori also got the extra one, even though Ori's gotten every other enemy so far, so they just have the one extra.
Yeah, very good.
Starting the Doom. The Doom's a fast level. This one's also really tricky. There's a lot of like fancy movement with sliding. You don't slide as much in a lot of other levels. You do a lot of it here, some spin dashes, because you want to get enough hero points to be able to just go straight to the end, and you can use the fire to get hero really quick. And you also use the satellite laser to just skip a big section of the level. And then you Chaos Control to skip all the way to the end. It's already done. It's been 27 seconds.
That was a really good time. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, you can look. You can kind of tell. It looked like Brandino was really happy with that time. It's a really good time. 27's a pretty good time.
That's nice. Yeah. We'll see how Ori does.
This level is a lot harder than it looks.
Looking great so far.
Mm-hmm.
This is Heavy Dog. Target has been sighted. Proceeding to
Ooh, yeah. Ori missed some of the fires there. Didn't get a perfect slide.
So we're in Heavy Dog.
And
yeah. Brandino's in Heavy
go on
Dog.
Heavy Dog now.
Yeah.
We're on Heavy Dog. Where part of the goal with Heavy Dog is you want to get miss up that cycle there. You want to get the rocket cannons as fast as possible and then fire as much into Heavy Dog as possible. But during the second phase, where Brandino messed up there, you have to ideally you get him to trigger the wave attack on the ground while you jump up to a platform and then can just mega spam your rocket cannon. But because Brandino jumped, I think a bit too late, it did fire up top and hit him when he could have gotten a lot of damage down. Also, Brandino Brandino paused a bit to make sure the first laser went down in order to make getting the first gun easier. Ori did not do that. Ori jumped up immediately, and the laser went upwards, and when you mess that up, you take damage, and that really messes with the timing. So Ori had to take a lot of extra time to make sure that he got the gun before doing anything else because he got damaged. Oh no, and Ori took a death!
Oh no.
It's not very common you see a damage death in Shadow.
Okay, that can definitely happen in Heavy Dog. Yeah. Well, we're in airplane now. Just a quick note, like I don't know if it was mentioned already, but Brandino's timer is on real time, so it's not the time between the two of them is not accurate. So don't worry, we'll get the accurate in-game time at the end of the run. So just note that Brandino's time is
Having
slower than it should be. Or yeah, slower.
Our giants heralded for their pure strength.
and then Ori's through Heavy Dog now. One of the big things with Air Fleet, and yeah, Brandino messed up that one there, is the door techs. The door techs are one of the hardest parts. They don't look that hard, but they're actually really tricky. There's a lot of doors in the level that open up, and if you conserve your momentum well enough, you don't get slowed down by the doors. But it's really tricky. Some of them you want to run diagonally into, because if you're still running, the game never like stops you. You never bonk, so you just keep running. And that's a good way to keep your speed through the doors. And other ones, if they don't open as quickly, you kind of want to do a jump dash right before when it opens, so that you can keep a bunch of speed
Nice.
going through it. Yeah, Brandino got that door tech right there.
Yeah, Air Fleet is another one. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, I just want to say Air Fleet's another one of the stages where we have to defeat enemies. And there's no backups in this stage, so you have to defeat every single Black Arms troop. And because they're the hero enemies, and they're the enemies you get hero points from, the Chaos Control route in this mission is pretty much locked in. Like, you're going to get Chaos Control at a certain point, and you have to use it because of the fact that there's the fact that you have to defeat every Black Arms enemy. So there's not much room for route deviation from the players for this one.
I've tried a bit. I looked into doing like, what if you save
not
Chaos
gonna let
Control
them get
until the
away with
fan,
any more
and
of
it
their
was not
plans.
faster. Like it's basically just you get Chaos Control, use it immediately. There's not really anything faster to do with it. Though it is worth noting also, you do have to get every enemy, but it's also a lot easier to not miss any enemies. Like the enemies are harder to hit in Prison Island because the golems are just like so big, and they don't move as much. So it's a lot easier to still get every enemy, but that doesn't mean this level's easy. The hard part is usually the movement. The movement is the really tricky part with this level.
Mm-hmm. Brandino has a kind of a big lead on Ori.
Wait, was that hang time?
Yeah.
I'll make you wish you'd
Is
never
Ori
heard
playing on SX?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but
control stick
if
will
it's
grind it
Dolphin
or
or
let me lean toward other
or-
rails to jump
or on the
to
system
while
itself, but
grinding.
yeah,
Yes,
it's on the SX for this tournament.
I was gonna say, at least on emulator, I've never had hang time. Anyway, on to Lava Shelter. Lava Shelter, so there's a lot of these rails and proper rail movement techniques. They again are pretty tricky sometimes. You want to spin dash onto the rails to get full speed, but you also have to make sure you can get in a place where you can use that well. And of course, there's the rest of the level. And also, they're doing the Dark Mission. Hero and Dark Mission are both viable for Lava Shelter. The Dark Mission is faster when done optimally, but the Hero Mission is easier. But yeah, it looks like Brandino's going for the Dark Mission.
Yeah, if you somehow mess up the Dark Mission, like for some reason you can't complete the Dark Mission, or it's like you fall into a bit of trouble, you can always just at the end switch out and try to do the Hero Mission and not lose much time anyway. At the third defense system. I know some people were trying to do that before when they had a problem. But yeah,
Especially if you take a death. If you take a death and you lose your hero meter, then you can't chaos control up the shaft in the fourth generator room. And that is, if you chose to go that way and you still went up the shaft, that's a good 45 second to a minute time loss. You aren't going for the Dark Mission, you're going for the Hero Mission instead.
One more to go. Shadow hold the ultimate power.
looking pretty good for Brandino, yeah. 2 minutes, not bad.
2
Looks
minutes is a
like-
pretty good Lava Shelter.
The
Looks
doctor
like
knows the truth
it's
about
pretty
my
close
existence.
for Brandon.
Nobody
Oh,
lays a
no
hand
way.
on him
Ah.
except me.
Yeah, that happens sometimes on the rails for this stage.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, unless Egg Dealer is really not good for Brandino, it looks like Brandino is good for this one, but you never know. Especially with Egg Dealer, which is the reason this category can go anywhere at this point.
Yeah, Egg Dealer is notoriously very RNG, as can be expected from a literal roulette. And it's also really hard, despite it being... You would think it's just like, oh, RNG, but no, you have to also play well on top of the RNG. You have to play with the RNG you're given. You have to improv based on what you get, where he lands, which can be random, but a still good player can still make a lot out of bad RNG.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. It's a boss you can...
Brandino hitting the button there is kind of not what you want to do. Optimally, you just let him stop, because it takes a lot more time to hit him yourself.
Yeah, Egg Dealer is a boss, like, you can make it work all right if you know how to play it, but you're still gonna lose time sometimes. And this looks like a good spot for shooting with unlimited ammo. Oh. Yeah, that's good bombs. It should get the cutscene here.
The bomb's really good. Well, though the bomb is before the halfway point, which is not as good because he's gonna fire a few shots and then onto the cutscene, and now he's not the fucking bomb anymore.
Yeah, he didn't get the bomb damage because he shot Egg Dealer. So the bomb basically didn't happen. Looks like Ori's just about finishing up Lava Shelter. Not a bad time either.
Yep, it's all the way up the shaft.
Yeah, you don't want to do a shaft regularly. You want to use Chaos Control there. Yeah, 126, that's probably not what Brandino won, but takes the win. Game 1.
Sorry, Doctor.
Yeah,
but
Brandino
this is
takes
end
the
for
win
you.
for this first round.
$12.42.66, yeah. Alright.
Yeah, 12:42, pretty decent. I believe this is a best of 3, so they're likely going to go again. See if Ori can make a comeback against the first round. It's a pretty strong finish, round 1. We'll see if Ori can learn a bit, pick up some time the second round, or if Brandino will lose a bunch of time to make that comeback.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know.
In other words, by stopping the third wheel yourself, you can deal an attack against Eggman.
Yeah,
Yo,
every
or-
year. Sorry. You can...
It looks like Ori's just doing, I guess you could call it vanilla strats, where you just hit the buttons as much as possible, and just damage it whenever you can, which honestly is not even, like, insanely slower than the speedrun strats.
Yeah, I think I might have recommended that in the past at some point to somebody, but it's not too slow. Yeah, it's like if you're really having trouble with this boss, like it's worth trying to.
My beautiful rings!
Like, I think on, like, it's still RNG, but I think you can usually get around, like, a 130 or so.
Two
Just,
rockets.
hitting the buttons.
2 rockets.
This is why I love this.
2 interesting.
Was
Yeah.
that 2 rocks in a row?
Yeah, no, rocket and then a wings and then a rocket. I've never really seen that before, as far as I remember. Probably seen
Yeah.
it, but it's not common.
Yep.
133.
I believe the
Sorry,
way that
Doctor,
the
but this is the
cycle
end for
works
you.
is that it goes. I may not be completely correct with it, but my understanding is that it goes through all 4 options before it can repeat anything.
Perfect.
That's also why you don't ever get Missile at the start of the fight, because he gets Missile in the opening cutscene. So you never get Missile in like your first 3 stops.
Alright, yeah, good job, Ori, good job, Brandino. Now game 2 is next. Yeah, every match in this tournament is a best 2 out of 3. So it's definitely for Shadow for these short categories. That's a good decision. Like if you get bad luck or something or a bad mistake, you have another chance. It looks like we're gonna just get right back into it then.
And just get right into it.
And Brandino should have set up manual IGT, so Brandino should be good to go. Just putting in the stage times, but if Brandino like loses a life or something, then that's going to be an issue. Still calculating the actual time, but as we go, but you will still see the in-game time at the very end of the speed run, so it's not too bad if that happens. So both on in-game time, and we're off.
Yeah, we're starting our second round.
Time to go and fulfill this
Stopless again. See how they change after their first run. See if they, improve or make some more mistakes. We'll see. Berdino's going for the spin dash. Does this actually save time? I don't remember. I always go for it, even though I don't think it does. The funny thing with that spin dash is that if it doesn't go well, you just hit an invisible wall, and that definitely slows you down whenever that happens. That usually doesn't happen if you don't do the spin dash.
Ooh, that hits.
Ooh, yeah, the Berdino. I don't think you're usually supposed to go for that enemy because he usually does not spawn in time for you to actually kill him. Yeah, that's a pretty good chaos control. Pretty good start at the stage other than that one enemy hit.
Looking good for Ori too, not too bad. Shoot the box, no!
It's still fine, you can fire up here, or... Yeah, it's like... Yeah, that's one thing you get used to as you play a lot of the game, is that some of those environmental objects also give you hero points, and your gun can also break them. Though it's probably worth noting they're probably being a bit conservative, because now that I look at it, Ori's pretty low on ammo. He only has, looks like 2 ammo in the gun right now.
Oh, true, yeah.
So that might be why.
Once I find all of the
That might be why he wasn't shooting any of the environmental objects, because you need 1 shot for that barrier right there. For sure. And without the guns, there's a lot of stuff that can get in your way here. Yeah, but these enemies and the fruit, if you have your gun, you can usually get through them. So honestly, you can get awareness to realize, like, yeah, I can't use my gun, but I still want it. So let me keep going and kill an enemy instead.
130 from Brandino. That's not too bad, yeah. 130, 135, 130 is like, for a lot of people, is probably like the max you want to see. If you're under that, you're good, I'd say. You definitely want to be in the low 120s at least for a good time.
Yeah, if you're going for like real temps. Or like a top level runner.
Ori, for being brand new to this game, still doing really well. Like, I think Ori just started like this week or something.
Yeah, that might be true. I haven't ran his way around, but still doing pretty well, all things considered, for a new runner.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah. Bernardino, though, has been around a bit longer. Not a super active runner, but has been around for a while.
Yeah, Brandino has a lot more experience, but it's still good with this kind of category. Some newer players can still have a chance. It's never out of it. I guess Brandino's gonna
You can
skip.
see a lot through the stage just how much you really don't need to slow down when you have the egg vacuum, because you just
Yeah.
when you have the egg vacuum, you can just skip through a lot of the enemies. You don't have to worry about aiming at specific ones. It definitely saves a lot of time in this stage whenever it's possible. The reason you don't use it on every stage, though, is that not every enemy can get sucked in by the egg vacuum. A lot of the bigger enemies can't get it, but if they do get hit by the egg vacuum, then they just one-shot them immediately. So that's the thing. Whenever the stage has smaller enemies, the egg vacuum might be more useful than other alternatives. But if you really need to kill any big enemies at all, you're basically never going to see it.
So Brandino did skip this shortcut, but Ori's going for it and gets it. Nice.
Ooh, Ori got it again. Ori got it.
No, no!
Oh no! No! Missed the follow-up jump. You always hate to see that. It's like you're feeling good after getting the jump, and then you just don't jump high enough, going a bit too fast, so you don't hold A long enough, and then you just fall. It's heartbreaking to see.
Man.
And like I said, Ori's gonna end up losing a lot of extra time because of not having the hero meter. Didn't jump. Again, it feels like Ori's rushing a bit. They held their spin dash for not long enough, and because of that, wasn't able to make the jump.
Mistakes are so punishing in this game.
Mm-hmm. I feel like mistakes always feel really bad in this game because it's always like just a quick time loss. Like, oops, I'm now stunned for 2 seconds because an enemy hit me. Oh no, I've died. Gotta redo everything, or even reset if it's a real attempt, just because of managing hero meter. It's just impossible to recover, so you just have to reset sometimes. Ooh, Ori, you almost missed the tornado there. The fun thing about that spin dash, you don't even really have to jump. I believe you can just do the spin dash and you make it to the tornado trigger.
Yeah, you can just spin dash into it.
Yep.
That's alright.
It's not very powerful, but it looks like I can jump a second time while in midair.
So Brandino has a lot of room to work with here. He can afford to make a mistake now, looks like, but you still can't make too many mistakes.
Brandino ran a bit more forward than he needed to there when he got his chaos control. Like, you really, most of the time, as soon as you get it, you can use chaos control immediately, but Brandino ran up and shot a bunch more enemies. Also, getting again the partial jump. He got the high jump, but he didn't jump high enough, unfortunately. The points are less of an issue this time.
That spin dash high jump can be a bit hard for some people.
Oh yeah, it's
I guess
really tricky.
for a lot of people, it's one of the harder ones, I'd say, in the game. Looking good on enemies for Brandino.
Yep, he got everything. Ooh, really good ending there too.
Yeah.
Well done, Shadow.
Now let's see the humans try to retaliate.
We're doing well too through Prison Island.
It's a pretty
Gets
good Prison
class
Island so far.
control. Let's see if the gets the high jump here. Let's see.
Oh, missed the high jump.
I just can't leave everyone else behind. Please, you need.
Yeah, you have to stop chaos control in that one room, because there's 3 enemies down at the bottom that you have to shoot, and you can't miss 3 enemies. You got to do it.
Looks like another bit of the Doom time, even faster for Brandino this time. Nice, 27:46, and got 27:99 in the first one.
I'm glad that you're safe.
What do you get this one?
27:46.
Yeah, pretty good. Good, consistent Doom times.
.203 is not bad at all for Prison Island Dark. Yeah, especially for a newer player, and this is one of the harder stages. Really good job from Mori.
This is Heavy Dog. Target has been sighted. Proceeding to engage and neutral.
Now go. Bring swift judgment upon these humans for their trespasses.
I know Brandino's been lamenting in the chat about how much he dislikes Egg Dealer
Eliminating target.
in the lead up to the tournament. But this is going all right so far. I think he's gonna get what, a 30? Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good to get a 30, all things considered.
Yeah, I think not a bad time. Like Drum Basher, I think made a tutorial that a lot of people are using on like how to play the boss better.
Maria,
So that's really helped a lot of people.
out of my sight.
It was a really good tutorial video.
Yeah, I would say if I was doing like attempts, like real runs, I'd really want just a 28 or faster, like ideally. So getting like a 30 is not that much worse. Still pretty good. Also a 36 Doom from Ori, also pretty good over there. 36 Doom.
Hmm.
My name's in the comms again, but now my Y is covering up Pokemon Master's profile pic.
Oh no. Right, right, air fleet again?
Can't escape my Y.
Creatures are after the president's escape pod. We've got to stop them and save the president. Try to get up here. They're over here too. No matter how
What would you say for, is it for like an experienced player? What would you say is a good air fleet hero time?
You've only got about 2 seconds.
Probably somewhere in the low 2-aughts, like 2 minutes, something. Probably would be what I want. Hard to say though, because I haven't done serious attempts in a while. Maybe 210s. Probably 210s is what I would say.
Yeah, like I think right now, like the best, as far as I know, like one of the best, if not the best hero mission player for the stage.
Yeah.
Just air fleet in general. In general.
Yeah, I've grinded both normal and hero a lot. So like before the record was like a 158 or 159, I think, and I brought it down to a 150, almost sub 150. So there's a lot of stuff you can do with air fleet. I feel like before the past, I think somewhere around like something 210 would have been what I was happy with for air fleet. So definitely go down a lot with recent optimizations.
Since gun is lined up along the left-hand path, that probably means that way is dangerous.
Nice, got the door. Got the trick.
Yep.
Great, Shadow. Just a little
That one's
more.
probably the easiest door attack in the level, I think. It's pretty good. It's pretty easy, that one. But it's still a thing.
Only one left. You got 'em all. Nice, Shadow. Just a little more. Shadow, you got 'em all. Nice. Shadow. Just a little more. 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 Shadow. Just
But yeah, two 16 air fleets, pretty good. That's actually a really good air fleet.
Yep.
I'm not gonna let them get away with any more of their plans.
Looking good for Ori so far. Slow down a little bit throughout the stage, but not too much. You can't miss any enemies, so you have to make sure you get them.
I'll make you wish you'd never created me. Using the control stick while grinding will let me
Alright,
lead you
Greenears and
another
Lava
ray of
Shelter
oxygen
again.
while grinding. Press
This could be like a one mistake. You could, Lava Shelter especially, could be a lot of time, but hopefully
Oh,
that
yeah.
doesn't happen. Hopefully Brandito plays really well.
I thought Brandino was gonna go. He's gonna miss the shadow box, just going too fast for a second. It's always really annoying when you miss the shadow box. It's like, what to do? There's just like tons of enemies to kill, and you have to kill the generators. It's always a bit awkward.
Yeah, if you miss the shadow box there in this level, like, there's no way to get back up there really to get it. There might be, but you would lose a lot of time, so you have to make sure you get that weapon.
The second machine is up and running. Don't you worry. Even with the rise in magma level, you can still get through. You're going to need to use the
Nori finishes their fleet 232. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty decent air fleet.
this rail.
But Bordeno once again has a pretty big lead and getting pretty close to the end of the run. I think it's gonna take some big mistakes from Brandino for Ori to catch up. And with that jump, that jump is probably one of the big ones he could have mistake. There's not a lot wrong to do at this point in the level. I guess he could fall in the lava here.
One more to go.
Looks good, yeah.
The ultimate power. Excellent.
So 10
The
At
doctor
10:55
knows the
going
truth
into egg
about
dealer.
my existence. Nobody lays a
can
hand
get under
on
a
him
12-minute
except
time
me.
if it's like a 1-minute egg dealer, which is not bad. Could be
That's
under
true,
12
yeah.
minutes. I'm not sure Brandino's actual best time for himself, but I haven't actually seen that. But oh, that's not a good death. But hopefully this is a chance to get a new record for him. I hope so.
With my latest and
Yep.
greatest invention.
Final target confirmed. Commencing combat.
Get ready for a real blast. It's time for missile fever. Stop that!
You can interfere with the slot reels by hitting the button on its frame.
Brandino getting the quick button clicks this time. Didn't make the same mistake as the last run. Able to stop it immediately and get a bunch of damage down instead of having to wait for it to stop like what happened last time. It's always really good when you can get the gun and
Oh,
damage.
nice Shadow.
Oh, and into Shadow Fever too. It's not in a good position though, because
I would stop. the
he's not going to be able to get a lot of
boss,
shots in standing where he is at the corner.
That looks like a
I
good
think he
fire
realized
here.
that, like,
My beautiful rain.
yeah, this will be a much better spot. Good awareness to realize, oh, he's not in a good spot. I need to stop him again if I actually really want to get the most out of it. I'm surprised he stopped hitting him there. Oh, he's using the buttons for like an easier hit, though.
That's weird. The game is like lagging.
Ooh,
or
you get it?
something.
There you go.
Look like, yeah, closed it out. Nice.
58 sub-minute.
Hopefully we'll get to see if
Sorry,
that's a new
Doctor,
record. I
but
don't
this is
know,
the
but
end
hopefully it
for you.
is. That looked
That's a
good.
pretty good egg dealer.
Yeah, 58 is great.
Yep. Yo, PB from Brandino.
Nice.
Let's go.
Great job.
GG Brandino, PB in the tournament. You love to see it. You love to see it.
Yeah, great job, Brandino.
Given the fact
The
that
doctor knows the
during
truth
my
about my
race
existence.
last year
Nobody
against
knows
Zeddy on
anything
stream,
except
I got world record in this category. I think what this is telling me is that having your webcam on means you get PB free on stream. I think that's what that's telling me.
Still gotta worry. Egg dealer.
You did very well.
Minor time
I'll
error.
turn both of you into scraps.
I'm
with
curious
my
about that.
latest and greatest
I wonder if it has
invention.
something to do with like the way the frames like advance. It's not like the same amount every frame, so different levels are different. Something like that.
Get ready for a real blast. It's time for missile fever.
But now Ori is now starting egg dealer, and I think like before Ori's probably just doing vanilla strats.
Not here.
Send the buttons as fast as possible, but like, you know, not that much slower. Wait, what? What happened there? Excuse me?
With my latest
He
and
did a
greatest
spin dash
invention.
jump before the cutscene started, and for some reason he did that and he lost control of the character.
Get ready for a real
Yo, excuse me?
It's time for missile fever.
I mean, even if you dash on the rings, does that usually cause it? I've never seen an out of bounds in egg dealer before.
No, there was just a spin dash jump to the right. That was, I don't know why, but
Hey, stop that.
And even spinning off the stage, you shouldn't be in blackness.
Beautiful rings.
It's odd.
Hey, stop that. No, don't drop them here. Hey, stop that. No, not Shadow Fever.
You need some kind of weapon.
Death to all who oppose that. Hey, stop that! No, my beautiful rings!
Oh, getting hit by the leg there, that's really unfortunate.
uh,
Oh no! At least, oh, got egg pond, which means you're gonna have to wait a cycle for that to stop. That's unfortunate.
I think missiles do the most damage, right?
Wait, abort!
Most damage is
Out of all
just
the
getting
attacks.
Shadow Fever and having a gun. I haven't played the game vanilla in a long time.
I think it is, but yeah. Almost there.
No, not Shadow Fever!
This should beat the boss.
Death to all who oppose
There we
me.
go.
No,
This can't be.
can't
Gah. Still a good showing from Ori.
Yeah,
Sorry, Doctor, but this is the end for you.
15-21 total. That's fine. Yeah, it's not too bad, especially
That's
for
really good for a new runner.
someone who just started like last week. Nothing wrong with
Mhm.
that. I hope Ori
Yeah.
keeps playing. and
I hope so
helping
too.
out.
I really would love to see Ori make some more progress with it because it's a good showing for having just started out a week ago. It's really good.
Ori, I think, now goes down to loser's side, so we'll play another match.
Oh, morning.
Hey, Brandino.
Hello.
Nice job on that 1153.
Yeah, thanks. That's my first sub 12. I was really happy with that. There was a terrible prison island in that. I just kept missing things, but other than that, that was solid. I was really happy with that.
Hey, Ori.
You know, yeah, good job as well. That's pretty good for new runner. I think those are still pretty good times.
Yeah.
Hello. So I decided to do my first run doing this event because why not? I just practiced ILs. I'm more happy about my first run. The second one, it didn't go the way I planned, but I mean it happens. Canyon, I don't know what happened there. A little bit of a meltdown, and I'm not a big fan of Heavy Dog personally, but
Nobody is.
yeah,
I love Heavy
it's a
Dog.
boss.
I'm a Heavy Dog defender. I'm a Heavy Dog
I
apologist.
All right.
I
Well,
think
that's on you.
no table boss. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it's fine. Like you made some mistakes, but like for a new player, like
Yeah,
you did great.
honestly, still
That's
pretty
not a
good.
problem at all. You
Yeah,
did
yeah.
really well.
I
GG's,
appreciate
that was a
it.
fun race. I'm pretty sure your first run beat whatever my first run in this category was many years ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say if that was literally your first full game
Yeah,
run, I think that's
that was my
really
first
impressive. Like for
that was
real.
my first run. These two were my first runs. I've only been
Yeah.
doing ILs up till this tournament, so
Well, that's
Yeah, I think that's
really good.
yeah, I
Then.
think that's really impressive. I think for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, GG's, that was a lot of fun.
no, I had a lot of fun as well. So I need to get better at the bosses. I need to like figure out. I
There's
just don't
a
understand
great
them.
Kirby has a tutorial for Egg Dealer, and Drum also has this flowchart image that helps make a lot of it make sense. Egg Dealer is stupid to understand, but once you get it, it'll be nearly the same every time. Where it's like it's very cut and dry until
Mhm.
you grab the gun, and then it's out of your hands pretty much.
Yeah, I have a guide on SRC that goes into a lot of it. How to do it. It's tricky, but you can save a good amount of time.
Let's do it. It was
Most
actually
of the
interesting because
manipulation.
I was
Oh,
playing this game casually, and then I found out about this tournament. I'm like, I think the game's fun. You know, I had zero prior experience, and I only had like a week to learn as much as I had, as much as I could.
for a week,
So
that's awesome. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it was
Yeah, if
fun.
only a week, first runs, it's really impressive. Should be proud of what you did.
So
But
yeah,
yeah,
Ori, you go to play now. Let me just check the bracket quick. So you play. Where is it?
Oh God, do I play Zeddy next?
Well, no, I think is it Brandino? Ooh, maybe.
I hope not. I don't want to be
Ooh.
out that early.
You play the loser of, or you play the loser of MQ2, which is Brof versus Must Include. So you play one of those two people next. And Brandino, you play Blaze Insane next.
oh no,
No.
All right, well, I'll do what I can, but
no,
I
it was
will
fun.
probably see y'all in
Definitely,
losers after that round.
No.
I'm just gonna do the best that I can do with what I know. So I don't
Yeah,
know. I
no, keep at it.
personally think it's a
Seriously.
fun category.
You just need to remember Zeddy is anti-speed. He's bad and he's awful. So you'll do fine.
Well, you heard it here first.
Damn.
I'm gonna have to watch it back for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. And if again, there's also a tutorial for Heavy Dog if you haven't seen it. That's really helpful.
Yeah, I'll have to look into it
Yeah,
because not a heavy dog enjoyer,
Trust me.
man. I'm sorry.
Once you get a grip on Heavy Dog and Egg Dealer, like you will like get pretty consistent times overall there.
And I feel like out of all the stages, I feel like West is like I'm not a West enjoyer either. Like the rest of the stages
Nobody.
are fine, but like Westopolis, eh, eh.
It's the ending is just like they designed it blindfolded.
Dude, like that second one, it was unfortunate because like I died two different ways on the lava shelter, which is fine. It was at the beginning, so it's fine.
Yeah, at least it's not
But
the end. When you die at the end, it's a lot harder.
Yeah, I was
yeah,
getting sweaty
Oh, by the
towards
way,
the
I
end of
would
my run because I hadn't messed up in a big way yet, and I was like, I'm gonna die in like lava shelter. Like I'm gonna mess up a spin dash, and that's gonna be it.
No.
it's also worth noting if you're a new runner, Lava Shelter Hero would probably be faster. Like Lava Shelter Dark is only a faster mission if you're like really good at it. Like you actually have to be pretty good at Lava Shelter Dark for it to be faster than doing Hero.
interesting.
So
I'm
it
just used to.
probably would also be better to do that. It makes it a lot easier.
That's fair. I've already kind of used to it, so I think the
Fair
hardest
enough.
part of learning it
But
was
I think it's good practice because a lot of the missions in this run are based around shoot a bunch of enemies and keep chaos control
true.
for a while. So
yeah.
That's
if you're
true.
good at that, you can definitely apply that to Lava Shelter for the big bucks.
Yeah, I don't
Definitely
know what
transferable.
I don't know what happened after the canyon. I got the spin dash. I landed on the platform and then went to go jump over to the final platform and Shadow's just like, no.
Yeah, it stinks. You're just
This does happen.
a
It's
little
like,
too quick. Yeah.
yeah, it's like it's often like, ooh, I made the jump. That sure feels good. And then you're like way too quick to jump, and then you let go of A too soon, and then you just don't make the jump. This does
Was the
happen on
spin dash
occasion.
undercharged or?
No,
No.
no. He made the jump, but then after landing on the platform, he jumped too low and then didn't make it to like the path forward.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah, that just requires patience. That shortcuts just
yeah.
yeah.
Well, we do gotta wrap things up for the next match.
Yeah,
So
we got the next match coming up. I'll be on comms for that. It's gonna be a fun time.
No, yeah,
yeah.
next we have Drywall and Brandino on commentary. So I think we're done. If anyone else has anything else to say, I think we're gonna wrap it up. So
It's time
Looking
to
forward to
game.
seeing more races. I appreciate the vase, Brandino. It was fun.
Yeah, it's a lot
And
of fun. Thank you so much,
I'll do
GG.
my best in losers.
I'll see you there after my race with Zeddy.
good luck.
Catch y'all ladies.
Good
All right,
luck.
later.
Chaos Emerald I found here in these ruins. You can't let them have it.
Damn, not here.
Someone find out where we are.
And then maybe try refresh or something? I don't know.
Words, test.
Oh shit!
Oh,
I heard you. I got you. Okay, we're real. You're real this time.
Really,
What's up, gamer?
Bro, I don't know if I. A little bit, Deku. Test. Hey, it's me. Okay, that sounds good to me. Drywall, say something.
It's me, Savage.
I think we sound good. If anybody in chat wants to confirm for us.
But yeah, welcome back to the Neutral Glitchless tournament. This time for real. We said that before, but nobody could hear us.
Yeah. Game is loud and you are low. If we could just get turned up a little bit.
Yeah, just turn down the game, probably.
Or just turn down the game. There are two options here.
It's true.
But you know, why would you turn down Shadow the Hedgehog? It's such a good soundtrack.
Speak for yourself.
Wow, I can't believe you say this.
It looks like our racers are getting ready, though. You love to see it.
Okay, somebody says in chat it's good now.
Thank God. See, we are getting ready. You love to see it.
Alrighty, okay, so Westopolis is such an annoying stage. A lot really can go wrong in this stage, and it's funny, I've had so many runs of this stage that have lagged in one section, but it excelled in others, and you always kind of get around the same time. It's like a hunting stage, but it's movement.
Yeah, I love the part where there are a bunch of random explosions around you, and you can run into the enemies really easily.
That's the entire.
And, oh my God! Rob is lagging like hell.
Rob opted not to go for the light dash at the beginning, and I don't believe that Must Include did either. The light dash at the beginning is a very small optimization, and more often than not, you'll end up losing time to it, so it's not always recommended. Okay, Brock hitting the spring at 37. That's a pretty good check here. Let's see what Must Include can get. Slowing down a little bit, but also a 37 spring check. Okay. All right, let's see. Okay, please remove your thumb from that B button. He shot a lot of shots off. I guess it reached its goal. We're good on hero points, but further. Oh my God! I guess it works. To each their own. I am very deliberate with my gunshots, and I count almost every one I do. But he sprayed fire, and was able to get around the same time that I get off the ramp, so what do I know?
That's how you know.
This game is really varied in terms of strats. You can do a lot of different things and it all kind of just works out in the end. Partially because the game, you know, the game, it's like choose your own movement, just like it's choose your own story. Ooh! Yeah, Westopolis ending moment.
Yeah, this must include coming out on top here, actually.
Alright, we've got a
About 10
140.
seconds.
What did Must Include have?
130.
130. Nice. Is Must Include playing on Wii as well?
Once I
That
find
definitely
all of
looks
the
like
emeralds,
composite
then I'll find the
capture.
truth.
Yeah, I believe must include is. I'm not sure
Alright,
about
Wii
Brock.
gamers unite! Although, looks like Broth is too, based on where he's sitting.
You never
So-
know. You could sit a little far away from your computer if you feel like it.
That's true. I guess I just don't do that normally, so I don't, you know. Anyway, so Glyphic Canyon, coming up second stage in the run. Also an annoying level. The 1-2 punch of Westopolis Glyphic Canyon is hard to deal with sometimes. These are both very annoying levels in their core.
It's so true.
And right there's an example. Oh, what? Whoa, what the? What? Did he just like rail switch? Did you see the way he jumped over there?
Yeah, I don't know what was up with that.
Or did I think that might have been a
Animated.
slide jump, maybe? Either way, that was
Yeah, maybe.
slick movement there. Okay, both runners around the same part. Oh, yeah. This jump, you want to kind of go further to the left, and you want to do it from slightly further back so that you have just enough elevation to make it over. So you must include gets it.
According to Kirby, that's a strafe jump. I didn't even know that was a mechanic. Oops.
Oh wow, that is sick. That I've never thought about that. Okay, I love the second loop skip there. It's very simple, but it just looks cool with the camera.
So
Alright, yeah.
we will be coming up to the spin dash jump area here, though. Ah, must include it.
Okay, Broth had could use standing maybe. Okay, let's see where the hero point. Okay, might. Oh, okay. Oh god, that's. I mean, good GG's. I opted not to go for that in my runs because I don't like that. Oh, and I've never thought about approaching from that way up on the ramp either. That's nice.
Yeah, it I believe it saves like 5 or 6 seconds if you do the other path optimally, but it is quite risky if you die since you lose all of them. It really sucks.
Broth having a very nice Glyphic Canyon, all things considered. Plenty of hero points when he stops, so this will be no issues. Yep, gonna stop right here. Just don't die here and we're good. But getting on the second most platform here. I always get on the one straight to the left, but you know what? Each their own. All you really need to do is spin dash to where the tornado is and you'll make it in. When I was with Zeddy at GDQ, I asked him to point on the screen where I need to spin dash so that I would always know. We could all use the Zeddy point in our lives.
I could really use that.
Also, Broth,
I take
what is it,
orders
about,
from no one.
I think that
I
was
do as I
probably
decide.
a 1.5 something? Almost a, nope, 201. Okay, so that's still really good. Looked like IGT was about a 340-ish leaving, so that's still really solid pace. We're still on around 11-ish. No! Oh no!
Mustard, no!
Oh, that's okay though. We don't have any hero points to worry about.
I didn't realize that he hit that checkpoint, but yeah, since there's no hero points at this point, it's fine. Still unfortunate, especially considering he took a death earlier in the stage as well.
Alright, Broth here in Prison Island. Very fun level in my opinion, but much like the other levels, a lot can happen here. Oh god. Once again, opting to spam spray as opposed to tap, but it works. I'm just so not used to spamming strats. I do some here, like on these guys, because it's way easier to hit them if you're spamming it up. But yeah, it makes me nervous to spam spray the way he's doing it a little bit. But I guess like you have plenty of bullets to use if you're gonna reload once in this level, so might as well use them, right? It's not any slower to use more. Ooh, nice double jump.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter if you spam spray as long as you have enough bullets in the end.
Yeah, that's really what matters. Okay, yep, sticking to the right to take the topmost path. Sometimes you get enough space to shoot the guy mid-air. Other times you don't. That part's real goofy.
I'm definitely a lot more wary about using so much ammo on the special guns, considering there's only a limited amount of them available, but
yeah,
it doesn't
okay,
really matter as long as you still...
canceling right before the room. That'll make the spin dash jump. Okay, never mind, not even going for it. Yeah, if you want to do the spin dash jump, the optimal setup is to cancel right as you get into the door there.
Oh, I did not know that.
That's at least what drum does, and that works a lot for me. You cancel right as you get into the door, you'll land pretty much in the same place every time. Also, drop with the one bullet Omachow gun at the end, surviving. Hanging on
must
by
include
a thread, but it worked.
accidentally resetting his splits. Making more work for our free timer here, very sad.
That's okay. Oh, nice jump over the wall. I haven't done something like that. Okay, and spamming to end. What are we gonna do? Whoa! Oh, I thought he actually activated that Chaos Blast.
Just doing a little swag strat, I guess. Doesn't save any time. Doesn't seem to lose any time.
All right, what did we get here? It's so hard to tell because he has the okay, 202. That's a pretty good time. This is a level that I think, like, I don't know. It feels consistent sometimes, and then other times it's just like, what happened to my dark meter?
Gone forever.
Part of it is Omachow. Omachow is such a finicky gun. All right, here we are in the Doom. Let's see if we can get these. Oh! Okay, we missed the fire here. Okay, good. Go for the backup immediately. We're safe. Okay. Oh, missed another fire. That's okay. There's still a backup fire. We're good. We're good. You know, worst case scenario, you get the heal gun to do the expert mode strats.
Let's go expert mode. Yeah. Woo.
Okay. Yeah. He needs to get. Oh.
Oh, that's not.
Okay. Oh god, I think we're gonna have to expert mode it. Unless you go all the way back for another fire, but it might be fastest to grab the heal. Oh, but it's gone!
Yeah, I forgot that the boxes despawn after you open them and you leave. They're just gone.
Oh lord. Okay, well he's
Oh,
got it.
going all the way back.
Go. Strategy cotton. Let's see if it works out for him.
Oh, go.
I have no idea what happens if you're too low here. Oh my god, no!
Oh!
Okay, well, you know what? We died. It's fine. Enemy start over.
Yeah, you get 0 gauge by healing the...
That's gonna give Must Include an edge here, but Must Include missed a fire as well, so don't miss them fire. Oh, and getting hit by an enemy. Yeah, there's such awkward movement in these corridors. It can be really tough to maneuver around some of the objects in these rooms. This particular one, like he's doing the slide there, that can be really simple or really stupid depending on how well you've set up your camera beforehand. Okay, nice. We faltered a little bit, but it's okay.
Yeah, everything's fine.
Grof's still in the lead here.
Maria,
Must include activated
you're
chaos
safe.
control.
Yeah, 142 in the
real
Doom is
quick,
definitely not
yeah.
something you ever want to see, but, you know, it just happens sometimes.
So in expert mode, they remove your ability to open that door in the Doom, and you'd think you'd be screwed, but actually you can gain a bunch of hero meter on these guys, use it to clip through a wall, run through the level a bit, and then activate it again. I believe that's his chat. I might be mixing it up with parts of Lost Impact. It's hard to remember. All right, nice. All right, we got the drum strat going. Heavy drum in the building.
Not a big heavy dog fan, to be honest.
Nobody.
I don't particularly know the drum strat either, so.
So the drum strat is in his tutorial. So there's this sonic boom or attack or whatever the hell it's called, the particle beam cannon. He does that at the beginning, right? He'll do that 2.5 seconds in. So the drum strat is to bait out the attack and then bait out the attack on the floor so that it fires on the floor and then start the homing attack up top.
Oh shit,
How
let's
dare
go.
you harm Maria,
You love to
disgusting
see it.
human.
Finally,
Out of my
way to
sight.
play the fight better.
You can jump out of bounds over the door in the Doom, but you can also use Chaos
Perfect.
Control to clip through it. If you, like, activate Chaos Control as you're in that corner. I did not catch must includes times, but I think that neither of them really faltered too heavily on this.
Oh, I didn't even notice must include is ahead by 4 seconds right now.
We
At
noticed
least
that at the literal exact same time.
let's go. I don't know how much this heavy dog will change
Big
that.
trouble! The black creatures are after the president's escape pod.
Okay, Air Fleet is a really fun level, but it has so much technical movement under the hood that the times can vary so widely, and it cannot feel like much has changed at all. Part of it is being able to run these doors. I don't play SA2, but I understand the concept of Lost Colony, and I'm pretty sure this is very similar, where you want to be making it through these doors without losing as much speed as possible. And in this game, ideally, you can grind on some of these doors with Shadow's position in such a way that you cannot lose speed and you go straight through the opening while maintaining it all. That's part of this
door
level.
teching is so cool when you actually hit it.
Yeah, and that ring trail that Broth chose not to light dash down is one of the most is probably my arch enemy, really, all things considered. That ring trail never works when it needs to. So yeah, on the door that Broth was on right there, that's one of the doors where if you can approach it at the right angle, you can maintain your speed through it, but then it gets really hard to hit the giant on the way out.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, opting to just take the rail straight into the corner there. Oh, didn't cancel the chaos control, so got put in a bit of a bad position. Had to set up the camera. Okay, let's see how he takes this room. All right, fast way. Oh, what? Oh, a little bit wide of a line circle there. And plus, this guy you can shoot back from where you shoot the giant, so he didn't need to go all the way over there. We lost a little bit of time because of that.
Yeah, this stage is kind of foreign to me as I never actually did this path in Neutral Glitchless, but thankfully I do know quite a bit about lava shelters, so hopefully I can be more insightful there.
I really like Air Fleet Hero, yeah, I already said that, but it is a really big skill check, for sure. One of the biggest ones in the run, in my opinion. Like, this can be such a decider between a top player and a decent player.
Thank God. I have got to get skill checked.
Yeah, so must include looks like he's making some good time here. Oops, stopping a little bit there. That can happen sometimes if you're trying to change a direction a little bit quickly with Shadow. He just like straight up stops on you, and it's like, come on.
I'm not gonna let them
I
get
didn't even
away
notice.
with any more
I
of
didn't
their
even notice that
plans.
Brandino said that.
I did not say the difference between a top player and an easy player. I said a top player and a
Perfect.
decent player.
Oh, well, that's probably why I didn't notice it.
That's not what I said at all. Thank you.
I wish I was an easy player.
I don't even know what easy player means. That's the difference between a top player and a bottom player.
Uh-oh.
But not like bottom like you're thinking.
I'll make
Anyway.
you wish you'd never created
Lava shelter.
Well, if we are taking the middle rail here, I don't know what that was, but...
Okay,
Let
Brock
me
knows
board
the
other
secret
rails
strats
to
to
jump.
lava shelter. Don't do your little tricks near the air dash rings if you don't want to lose the speed.
Fact.
If you have a need to confront him, then assist me in my search.
Alright, we're gonna switch rails. These rails hate you when you're going fast.
That's true. That's so cool.
So
I
I'm
would
pretty
not
sure
recommend
that Brock is
doing this
trying triangle jumping because it's faster to slightly run on the wall and
Yeah,
triangle
that's what I was
jump.
gonna say. It's
Triangle
faster to
jumping
run
is
along the walls until you're about to actually...
The walls will make a severe enough angle that you're like gaining a ton of speed by triangle jumping. Hey, did you know that there's triangle jumping in Sonic Lost World for 3DS?
Hey, did you know that there's triangle jumping in Sonic Heroes for the Nintendo GameCube? PlayStation 2, Xbox, and I don't know, maybe it's in the PC version. I don't know. I don't play that one. Pretty cool.
Alright. Broth opting to go to the slide off of that ledge. You can slide or homing attack, but the slide is slightly faster. Oh, and jumping up here, I've not seen people do this. I always take the rail.
Me too.
I guess it's not that much. Oh, but he didn't get a shadow android.
Oh.
Bruv, you're low.
We're gonna have to adjust the point route here, but I'm sure we can make do.
Yeah, we should be fine because there's extra shadow androids around the last guy. Plus, there's this guy if you want to get him. But that's also like, yeah. He's got to make up for a decent bit of hero points here.
I think there are 3 androids.
Oh, he's taking the.
Oh.
I forgot to.
Playing as intended. Uh-oh. Kind of. Playing kind of as intended.
I should, yeah, it's probably faster to spin dash there. Should just go for that.
Watch out for that laser. Bit scary.
Alright, we're gonna need to kill basically all the shadow androids here.
Oh,
no,
okay.
buddy, you're a little bit low. Don't drop the gun. Okay, now
everything's fine. We're gonna make it to the end. Fine.
Oh my god, must include died or something.
Mustard, no.
Look
at
his
hero. Oh.
Or he's going for hero. Wait a minute, no, he's going for hero. I think I just saw it in the chat.
Knows the truth.
Yeah, I think he's okay. Hero is not that much slower. Kirby was just saying this before we got in here, but Hero is only, or Dark is only faster if you can play it faster. But Hero will be pretty consistently fast if you want to go ahead and go for it. So Hero is not a bad option to be going for to start out.
Understandable. I wonder, will he be doing the spin dash here?
I'll turn both of you into scrap with my
Skip this long winding section? I hope so. It's pretty cool.
Alright, let's see how the crack dealer goes.
We are? Thank God. Oh, no, just gaining speed.
Alright, okay, Shadow Fever, we're good.
I'm gonna be real, I don't know how this boss fight works.
Alright,
I don't think I want to.
You hit it twice. Based on what you get, if it's anything but bombs, you hit him twice and go into the center. If it's bombs, oh, I don't like where he's standing, but I guess that should work. If it's bombs, yeah, I saw that coming. Anyway, if it's bombs, complete the bombs, but otherwise, if it's shadow or rings, you hit 2 and go into the center. Then, when he trips, you want to be like, imagine if there's a line coming out the his left. You want to be behind it in such a way that like Shadow's kind of like behind that line, like more facing towards his rear. Okay? And that'll get him to face towards you when you go grab the gun. And you have to spin dash jump towards the center because him tripping, I believe, is what activates the guns for the first time. So because you just want to avoid that. So then you go back out towards the gun and you position yourself in such a way that you're at this gun, right? So that's all that it really is. Once you grab the gun, the goal is to get Shadow Fever and then bombs and then shoot him as much as you humanly can.
Oh yeah, I definitely get the last part. It's just the first part seems quite complicated.
The first part is essentially all a beautifully choreographed manip dance to get him to be facing towards Shadow when you grab the gun, and that's pretty much it.
Ah, that's not gonna finish him off. Oh, we have no gun either? Oh no.
Yeah, you want to be careful with the gun here. It can get really punishing if you decide to pop up. Oh, and must include grab not the right gun.
No, we got the bazooka.
Which is like due north of where you spawn. So you have to have, another thing about this boss is that you basically have to keep the map in mind at all times when you're grabbing this gun because it's always due north of your spawn. And you spawn in the same place every time.
Yeah, GG's to Broth. I think that's gonna win the race unless Mustard pulls out some crazy egg dealer, but I don't know if we can do that at this point, unfortunately.
Well, that's why we got race 2, right?
So true. And potentially race 3.
Oh my god, there's even a race 3?
Could be. Maybe.
I better hurry to Sacer_events on Twitch TV right now!
That's facts.
Oh my god. Wait, guys. There's a funny secret if you go to twitch.tv/Sacer_events/subscribe. Funny secret.
There is?
Yeah, just do it.
I'm scared.
Just do it. It's a funny secret.
I'm scared.
Must include is unfortunately getting egg dealered right now. That can happen.
Yeah. Not a very fun boss fight when things don't go right, unfortunately. Forever, in my opinion.
Yeah, Broth, still a solid run from Broth though. I gotta say, like all the mistakes, and I think he finished in like a 14. That's like awesome.
Yeah, let's go. It shows we are playing on SRX, so it'll show the complete time at the end, right? I think.
Yeah, after the credits.
Just gonna let Eggman bomb himself. That's fine. 1421. Let's go. That's game.
1421. Wow, that's sick. Yeah, no, with the what happened in the Doom, like that's still a great time. All right, yeah, just shoot him a little bit. Just shoot him a little bit. Not like that. Oh my god. Yeah, you okay? One thing about the GGs, yes, you need to be at level with him to be able to shoot him in the head.
Sorry, Doctor.
Oh my
but
god,
this
is
the
that
end for
is
you.
that person in chat with the Yohane reference? Or am I tripping?
You might just be Love Live pilled.
I might be too Love Live pilled, actually.
A love cell, a live cell. I don't know.
Love Live pilled. Is that a Yohane the Parhelion plays in the Deep Blue reference?
All right, 1607. I think a majority of the time lost in that run was to Egg Dealer, unfortunately. Either way, GG's from both of our runners. I'm excited for this round too.
That's so true, actually. GG's gamers. GG's Yohane from Love Live Sunshine. But we will be going again shortly, which is what you want to see. We got two shadows up on the screen, both looking very menacing with fire in their eyes.
Very true, very true. See, Shadow's actually like, oh, we're starting. Here we go.
Let's go! Yeah,
Okay.
that's facts, Seahawks.
So one of the things that's annoying about this level too is that you start with this 20-minute fall auto scroller that you can do nothing about. So you can tell by the way that Brock's positioning, it looks like he's opting not to go for the light dash at the bottom here, which fair game. I don't know why I go for it. Whereas must include, I can't really, no, he's definitely skipping it, I think, based on where he's going. Oh, yikes, yeah, he spin dashed. No, buddy, go get the fire. Go get the fire. Oh.
No.
Oh, man. Dude, you're skipping a lot of hero points already. That's, well, so like a 39 check, but we're way lower on hero points than we need to be right now, so that's going to be a problem. All right, must include grabbing the gun. Oh, but popping off some shots there. That looks really good. All right, must include has more hero points than he knows what to do with. Broth, however, is hemorrhaging hero points, so that's going to be a problem now. And has one bullet left in the tank, which is going to make the ending way worse. So, Broth ahead, but possibly not for long with that development. Whereas must include just doesn't have chaos control here. What happened?
What is the point?
It's so hard. I look at one runner, and then the other is like doing things.
Broth getting a little beat up by the aliens, but I mean,
Must include
choice
zooming
all.
out the tunnel there, only to get speed checked by the speed checked by two aliens. So
That's
145 and actually really close finish here. 146. Wow,
Once
that's
I
a.
find all of the emeralds, then I'll find the truth.
Oh, Musk got stuck behind the bus. So pro tip, if you get stuck behind the bus, well, it depends on which bus it is, but if it's the one at the top of the hill, there is a building you can break to your left a little bit further down that has some fire in it to extend your hero meter.
I have got to get fire to extend my hero meter.
I have got to get fire to extend my hero meter.
I have got to go to the Glyphic Canyon, but first I have to watch a bunch of cutscenes, actually.
Yeah, I think this is the only level where you have to watch 2 cutscenes, because you get one completing the level, then you get one, or 3 cutscenes rather.
Yeah.
Because you get one completing, 2 completing what's it called, and then 1 entering Glyphic Canyon. It's really, really stupid.
I believe on console it takes like a minute to get through.
Man, Broff doing the that jump again. What did we call it? There's a word, strafe jump. That is sick.
True,
there.
yeah.
That's really cool. All right, Broff, can you get the jump here? Nice.
Commencing attack plan A. Status report.
All right, must include got all the enemies.
Must include might be doing a little cheating right now. Oops. Entering the wrong IGT. Definitely not purposeful. Definitely not cheating. But humorous nonetheless.
Mrs. Puff, I think I am cheating.
I think we gotta kill this guy.
Oh, damn. Alright, Broff is... Okay, it's looking a little bit better, but I don't like the amount of hero points he has right now. I guess it'll work out, but that's not what I would... Eee! Gods! Alright, Broff being sucked in. I have got to get sucked in by the tornado.
That's facts, actually.
Okay, it must include... Is my favorite gamer not going for the stupid spin dash jump here. That spin dash jump is the bane of my existence. I learned it when I first started playing the game thinking it would be easy, and it's never been easy, and it's always annoying. Even now, 2 years down the road, 3 years down the road, however long it's been.
What's the point? I do wish that spin dash jump worked more, but pretty much only because it's so hard to go around the loop fast. You always bump into shit. It's so impossible.
Alright, Broff was taking the slow route at the end. Something must have happened there with his chaos control. But must include's got to... Oh! Canceling a little bit early. Okay, looks like we're gonna be good. Activate it.
No.
That made me nervous, but must include just barely scraped by with that chaos control. Starting that from really far back and also near objects that could easily mess up your spin dash, not something I would do. You really want to be a little bit further away from those like pillars before you do that. You can easily bump into them and ruin the spin dash. This level is all about ruined spin dash jumps.
What?
I did not catch Broff's time, but it looks pretty solid overall. Must include got a let me see. 225. Yeah, not bad at all. Alright.
Prison Island Dark though? Hard ice emoji?
Alright, last time around Broff had a few issues targeting. Let's see if it happens again. Okay, cool. Yeah, getting out the first part there without really missing any of the enemies can use. Oh, wait, missing that guy? That's an interesting way to do it. I think he lost time there because instead of just going forward, he chose to do a jump around, which lost him a lot of speed.
That you hate to see.
Yeah, that lost a little bit of time, I think.
Minor time loss might be time to reset.
I love that one of this game's legacy is that meme where it's like minor spelling mistake, I win.
So true. I do that shit all the time.
Alright, grabbing the Omachow gun, hopping on the right side. That flying beetle can be so... Oh, and I always hit into that fruit too. That's the classic. I don't like the Omachow ammo here.
Oh, we have Giga no points, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, now and we're out of gun too?
He's low on
God.
hero, and he's out of Omachow gun. And this is entirely traceable to him choosing to skip that one guy earlier in the level.
Oh.
That guy was the reason that he didn't have enough hero. Almost for certain. And because of that, he was shooting way too much.
Dang. gonna have to do quite a bit here with this fucked up evil gun.
Yeah, activating Chaos Blast a little bit early, but that's fine. Activating it early is better than late. This gun is probably your best, what's the word? This is your best alternative to Omochao. You really won't get the speed you can get out of the Omochao gun, but at least you can kill everything in just about a few hits or one hit. Oh, and opting for the extra robot, but he really didn't need it. Yeah, the extra robot's not really a necessary part of this, because even if you kill the extra robot, you still gotta kill one of these guys, and you just already won there. Oh, actually, no! I'm wrong. Killing the extra robot was smart there, because he couldn't kill with the Omochao gun like he normally can.
Now let's see.
Oh, true, yeah.
Retaliate.
Probably didn't have the
That was
range.
actually very smart on his part.
Perfect.
Doing a little wall run there. Let's go, Mustard. Probably not
been there.
intentional.
I've
Very
been there.
slow.
You think you're gonna cut a corner by taking a homing attack around it, but instead you just homing attack the wall and start running like a dumbass. I've been there so much.
Damn. Hopefully we don't have a Doom disaster this time.
All right, solid time 2:12 from Must on Dark Prison Island. This is still anybody's race. All right, we're getting a weird slide there, but the important part is that we are not losing all the fires like we were last time.
Not yet.
No,
Hopefully
we're good.
not.
Unless he
Yeah,
runs
we
with
should be
all of the
chill.
fires at the end, which I guess
Yeah.
couldn't happen, but we're good. We're good. This will probably be like a 31 or a 32. No, actually, you know what? I'm gonna say that's a 33. Let's see what it is.
Maria, I'm glad that you're safe.
37.
37. Oops.
Almost. Oh, must include going a little too fast past the chaos control part there.
Might be saving some time here. 36. Very close race, actually. Yeah, about 10 seconds.
Oh, I just noticed must include has Gamer Knuckles picture.
Thank God.
All right, we doing the drum? We're doing the drum.
I don't think we've gotten a gun
Not an
yet.
advantageous position to be in. This can be a rough boss fight if you don't get the gun immediately, because if he gets really far away from you, you have to go chase him, which is just a nightmare. Okay, get up there. Okay, good. Start, just tap single shots now. No, don't target all. Just tap single shots in the face. No need to tap. Yeah. One of the things about this boss is that you really, like, spread shots are good way less often than just single shots to the face, if you can help it.
Yeah, the face does more damage. Actually, do the other ones do any damage?
I forget if the other ones do any more damage, but just like you're gonna be able to hit the same thing repeatedly more often than a single shot.
So true.
That's more kind of my philosophy on it.
Wait.
Yeah, when you're doing spread shots, you're way more at risk for hitting the
you
floating
harm Maria,
grenades too.
disgusting
Did
human.
Mustard die?
My sight.
He is
Headshot?
40. Yeah.
No. This is a pretty normal time if you're like, I'm not sure if he died, but this isn't like a died time or anything. Like this can happen.
Isn't?
I don't know. I really don't know if he did though.
Yeah, fair.
Heavy Dog is a troll. You think you're gonna have a good time, and then you won't. He never wants to cooperate. The cat is stretching behind me. Hopefully she's not up for mischief. During Airfleet Hero of all things.
Can't be doing that now, can we?
No, we cat.
Once again, doing this. There we go. We do a little wall running.
We do a little wall. Nice, we're getting fast through that door. Okay. Oh, almost getting the non-stop through the second door. Can be rough.
I'm sorry, Kirby. I would love to do that, but unfortunately, I can't beat the game if I do that.
Heavy Dog is complicit in Maria's death. I have no idea why we need to be nice to Heavy Dog. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Alright, recharge and get your spin dash, whereas must include with a 28 check on the gun. That's a good time to start. Oh, it must include the way his contrast is going. It looks like he's just in the void in some of these sections.
Thank God. You just gotta be in the void sometimes. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he just has a bad capture card, I'm assuming. Or a lower quality one.
Getting stopped up at the door a little bit, but must include just powering through this section right here. Recharging, and okay, on the rail. That rail can be a bit scary to spin dash into, but must include got it. Also activating, you can activate that chaos control right as you kill that last guy, which will get you through this door here, but it's just a minor time save.
We're dealing with the secret facts.
Looks like Brock's having a good time. Landed the chaos control pretty nicely. 32. That we've got the right amount of blokes.
You always gotta make sure you have the right amount of blokes.
I hate when I have the wrong amount of blokes. Alright, final shot here. Let's take it nice and tight around the corner and kill. Nice. Okay. Must include is also on good pace right now. 150 chaos control with the right number of guys killed, so we're good there. Alright, solid time from Broth.
Perfect.
This is still anybody's race. Like they're neck and neck, and Must Include is still having a good air fleet here. It's very close, and it could be end up being very close in time to Broth. If he didn't, I thought he was gonna fall off.
Yeah,
a
he
ledge.
was cutting that awfully close there.
I mean, you know, you gotta take risks to go fast. Okay, this is really close. That's a 228 finish, which is 2 seconds faster than Broth. So, Broth, switch rails. Switch. Okay. You don't want to try to go for the hop over the robot in a race setting. I'm just gonna say that right now.
I don't even go for that in an IL set.
I only just recently started getting it a lot, and I can't tell you why. I have no idea why sometimes the robot just doesn't reel.
We will be doing dark, though. You love to see it.
He's looking pretty good so far. This has been great movement from Broth. Choosing not to light dash on the small trail of rings. That's fine. Minor optimization, and also not worth throw more light dashes into an already terrible light dash video game. Alright, Must Include already in the middle rail. Knows what's up. Knows you got to avoid that bloke. And doing our spin dash here. Didn't really get a full charge into the rail, though, so Must Include's going to lose a little bit of time as he goes upward here. Oh, yeah, I forgot Broth did this last time as well, opting to take a different route here than what I'm used to seeing.
Yeah, I just wouldn't get it.
I don't like his hero points.
Oh, he had low hero points last time as well.
Oh, God, that was so lucky. Did you see that? He really had the jump height to make that second. That was, oh my lord. We do a little bit of trickery here on Sacer. No, Must Include! No!
What's the point?
9:50 seconds in. That is a rough death here. Oh man. That widens Broth's leads considerably. Man, I have got to spin dash jump on those moving platforms. That is so much faster.
I have got to spin dash jump on those moving platforms.
Alright, Broth choosing to take advantageous cycles here with the lasers. No reason to risk it when you're already ahead. Gotta kill one more bloke. Alright, shoot! Alright, so Broth's on pace for a mid-13 here with a good egg dealer.
The doctor knows
really
the
good.
truth about my existence. Nobody
I
lays a hand
actually
on it
don't know
except
Broth's
me.
PB. Does anybody?
I don't know anything.
That's fair. Neither do I.
Know something. Please tell me.
Any fact knowers? Any fact checkers?
Yo, drop your favorite fun fact in chat, as long as it's safe for work.
You did
I don't know any of
I'll turn
those.
both of you into
Well,
scrap with my
now whose
latest
fault
and
is that?
greatest invention.
That's a good point.
Final target confirmed. Commencing combat.
I love when you kill the shadow androids in Lava Shelter, and Eggman goes, "Who do you think your enemy is?" And I'm like, bro, that's the point of the game. I don't know. He doesn't
That's
know who
true.
his enemy is.
That's Shadow. Tough job having
Like, that's my
amnesia.
question, and Shadow takes like a hit off a cigarette, like, buddy, I don't got time to tell you if I know who my enemy is.
Oh, looks like Mustard is going for the dark this time. Yama mode.
All right, Manip looks good here from Broth, but he didn't. I think he's gonna be good. Oh no, okay, never. Oh no, that's sad. Egg Dealer turns on him immediately.
Oh, Mustard, no! Not the
Oh
laser.
no, I didn't get that saw.
Oh, we're
I'm
on the
sorry.
cringe path too. Oh no.
Oh,
We're gonna have to make a spin dash jump here.
oh, we're going for the hero path.
Yeah.
Yo, okay, you know what? That is a resourceful speedrunner, I just want to say. Because I would not have thought to do that.
Yeah, you definitely want to do that.
If I could give him points just for knowing a good backup, I would.
So true.
All right, Broth absolutely laying into Egg Dealer, gets the transition. Okay, shoot, just spam that button. Any button spammers in chat?
Me.
Nice!
GG to Broth. Let's go. I don't know if that's a 13.
Yeah,
It is.
13.
Let's go. You love to see it. Unfortunately, that's
Sorry,
gotta be it
Doctor,
for
but
Must
this is
Include.
the
Not
end
for the
for you.
tournament, but for this.
You know
race.
what? Must Include definitely has a bright future in this game if they keep up with what they've been doing so far.
That's facts.
GG, Broth. Two
Doctor,
good showings
at
in a row.
last I'll hear the truth from you.
Thank God. We just gotta see Must Include wrap it up here. Let's go, Mustard. That was a really close race, actually, until the unfortunate incidents in Lava Shelter.
All right, are we bringing him in for the interviews? Let's find
Oh,
out.
we wait.
Nice
We
to
usually
see
wait
you,
until
Shadow
both runners are
Android.
done.
And you
Oh, I'm dumb. I
too,
thought
mate.
Must Include was done for
It
some
sadly
reason.
leaves you
Nah, not quite
I
yet.
forgot there's still a whole my favorite boss.
both of you into scrap with my latest and greatest invention.
Unfortunately, this boss exists. You hate to see it.
Get ready for a real blast.
Maybe Must Include can get the manip this time, perhaps.
Okay, that's good to start. You want either Shadow Fever or Rings in order to get the fastest manip to start. All right, so now you want to make sure that you're positioned in just the right way. See how he's like kind of on the right side of the back side of him. It's so hard to explain. Drum has a picture that explains it.
We
But
do not
actually,
need to be
we got
ledge grabbing there.
So unfortunately, we're just gonna have to hit these buttons. Don't chase him this way. Go the other way. Go the other way. Or just wait for him to trip for RNG, I guess that works.
Don't worry about it.
You know, we can complain about this boss, but it is a literal slot machine, so it's like, what are you expecting, you know?
That's just every adventure game, to be fair.
But like, this one's a literal slot machine.
True.
Like, we can complain about it being random, but that's kind of the gimmick.
Got any Shadow Fever? Yes, we do.
No, actually, my doctor said I was good.
Damn. Sorry that you had to find out this way.
So why does Eggman have a button in his machine that gives Shadow a bunch of power? That seems like a bad thing to include in your machine to kill Shadow.
Maybe he made the machine back when Shadow was on his side in SA2?
The machine offers, like, there's so many questions here. Like, how is he supposed to effectively fight anyone with this? Did he think he was gonna have to, everybody was gonna sit there and wait for him to roll?
I don't know, he's beating the shit out of me with.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I guess the ultimate power was just piss people off.
Yeah.
Alright, don't shoot him. I would not shoot him. Don't waste your bullets. Just get Shadow Fever.
Oh, actually, this might
shoot
kill,
him.
right? These bombs.
I mean, I
might
guess
kill.
actually, if you lay into him here and then get some shots just by like hitting him, you might be fine.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
go.
okay, we're good.
GG Mustard.
GG
Game.
Mustard.
Now we can see if our fellows want any interview.
Sorry, Doctor, but this is the end for you.
And what's the final time on Mustard's run?
Perfect.
Yo, check out the cat. That's
Let's
crazy.
go. That's crazy. Mustard, show us the time. Okay, 16:37. Let's go.
1637. That was a good year. All right. Are we getting blokes in?
We are at least.
Hello, hello.
Yo, GG's. Good
What
run.
is up, GG Gamer Deku? I might need your help since you accidentally
thank you.
left the chat, though. Thank you.
All right. Do we have? Oh, we don't have must include, I guess.
Ah, he doesn't have headphones. What's the
That's too
point?
bad. Well, GG must include in your
Yeah.
absence.
GG's gamers.
Yeah,
solid
GG's
stuff.
must include. Good run. Unfortunate. Must include was having a really good second run. Like you guys were neck and neck until Lava Shelter, and Must died twice.
Yeah, I was wondering what happened because I looked up during Heavy Dog and we were really close. So it was...
You were close and like ended Air Fleet 2 seconds ahead of you too.
Ooh.
So we were like, oh, something's happening. But then, yeah, unfortunately, 2 bad deaths in Lava Shelter, which is unfortunate. Lava Shelter really is the choke stage, though.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it almost got spicy.
Oh, one thing I notice, you should kill the 3 shadow androids on the second Eggman platform in Lava Shelter.
Yeah, I was not doing my usual route on Lava
I was gonna
Shelter
say, yeah, you
tonight.
were definitely low on hero both times.
Yeah, I think there was a few egg pawns that I typically kill that I just didn't.
Just like
but-
weren't thinking about it or whatever in the moment.
Yeah, but the android's probably a better idea anyway, since those give you more points.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, you really, it doesn't lose that much time because there's the whole bunch of shadow androids right at the end platform. But it definitely was noticeable that you were low on hero in a few spots.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely excited to keep going with this game for a little bit, and just took up this run this week, and might keep going with it.
Oh,
Pretty
damn, you're one of the
fingers.
first weekers. Okay, yeah, that was a really good showing for your first week. You look like you know what you're doing, so I'm excited to see where this goes.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, keep at it. Seriously, this will probably have a ton of really good shadow runners when this is done. Everybody's really coming out hot.
Yeah, shout out to my bro Der Elbenkönig. He's up next. Longtime shadow enjoyer.
Let's go. You love to see friends in the competition.
Yeah, me and him have been working on a full library to put together for a while now, just bit by bit.
What, in this game? Like full library?
Yep, 326.
Oh my god, that's incredible. You're more of a shadow gamer than I will
Why
ever
is
be.
Mustard loading up heroes right now?
All right, can we get Sonic Heroes off the stream, please?
Boo.
Can't be doing that now, can we?
Boo.
That's the game. We're just gonna scroll through the level select menu. Understandable. Oh, Egg Fleet. Interesting. But yeah, I guess since we do have our next match shortly, you have any closing words?
I don't think so. Good luck to our next 2 runners, and
Yeah.
look forward to my next match.
GG on the win. GG to Egg Fleet, and I guess goodbye forever, gamers.
Goodbye forever, everybody. Thanks for having us.
Hello, everybody. Welcome
Hello.
to the next winners round of Shadow the Hedgehog Neutral Glitchless tournament. Hope everyone's been having a good time. I just basically sat in after work, so this will be my first match I'll get to watch. How are things going on your side, Kirby?
Yeah, things are going well. I had some bit of tech issues because for some reason my internet's really bad on one of my laptops, so I had to switch to my other and on my phone, and I'm back to my laptop. And hopefully I'm not cutting out like I think I was last time.
No, you're sounding a lot better.
Yeah, alright, cool.
Alright, so we got Dur versus Underground SR.
Yeah.
So, I'm trying to remember who has what times, but I've been very impressed lately with everybody posting their PBs and individual IL times. It's been crazy.
Oh yeah, and so far today with the races, a lot of people who were doing like their first runs or have only been running for like a week who actually did pretty well, all things considered. Like it's been really cool to see.
Awesome. Okay, looks like we're going.
Promise time, huh? Well then, time to go and fulfill this promise.
The load times on Dur's end is a bit slow, but that's fine. We have the in-game timer that's fixed for SX, so in the end we'll have good times. Starting off, Underground is skipping out on the fire points on the right side there. So it'll be interesting to see what type of route he uses. We didn't always use the flames on the side for speedrunning this game, so.
Oh yeah, I wasn't in the route for a while, but it made it a lot easier when we did, because there's a lot less enemies you have to deal with.
Right. Okay, they are very lacking in points. It looks like their goal is just to run through the stage as fast as possible.
Oh yeah.
Which I think I remember a long time ago, one of like the old guard runs was pretty much just that, and they were still pretty darn fast, but chaos control is definitely the way to go, which we'll be seeing here on Dur's screen soon.
But honestly, given the pace right now, I think Underground.
Behold the ultimate power.
Yeah, they're not too far. They're not too far off. They're almost in sync in screen side, but they're about 10 seconds apart almost, or I guess close to the. Looks like it's more like 6 seconds.
Once I find all of the emeralds, then I'll find the truth.
149 versus a 142, so about 7 seconds.
Perfect.
Yeah, we're through Westopolis onto Glyphic Canyon. Like before mentioned, like Westopolis is a lot more about how to kill all the enemies the fastest and deal with gunplay. Glyphic Canyon is a lot more about the movement, getting through the stage quickly.
Right, yes. Now, this stage also, it's depending on how you decide to learn the game, you have 2 different options in terms of the special weapon you'll be using. I think so far I've seen pretty much everybody using the egg vacuum.
Yeah. The advantages of each is, while the egg vacuum is better at getting all the enemies, like you're not gonna really miss any enemies ever. You don't really have to think about it. But the Omochao gun can destroy obstacles more easily, so you don't get slowed down by objects in the environment. In particular, that one section where the totem poles fall down on you, down the big slope.
Yes.
The Omochao gun makes that area completely free because you can destroy the totem pieces.
Right, yeah, I've had many runs be slowed down by the fact that I can't dodge. So, I know that feel. Like both of our runners are using the race timer, which is a feature
I just noticed
in
that as
SX
well.
keeps the total game time between each stages just up on the level timer. So like in this case, I was visualizing it more as a like in-person event, and we're just trying to keep tracking on each other without having life split up. So nice to see it being used here as well. And actually, it helps us kind of gauge how far off they are from each other. With like we know that underground hit that tornado at 325, so we can check to see where they're. Well,
Oh
it looks like
no!
he's gonna take a while to get there, but
Yeah.
unfortunate jump
When you,
there.
it's a really bad death when it happens, because when you take the death, not only do you lose the time from dying, you also lose your entire hero meter. Oh no! And underground took a death as in turn.
Hey, they're gonna be a little more equaled up now.
So they're both gonna not have chaos control.
Okay, looks like underground is
No,
just taking the
underground's
normal
going the
path,
long
which
way around.
it may not seem like it, like visually, but like that jump can be a little bit tricky, especially like so right there, they're almost light dashed, or okay, there he goes. So you have to be careful there. Like there's a rhythm to how you would do that. So if you're off your rhythm, you could easily take a death there. Alright, but yeah, but this is basically just run to the end, because like even if you were to respawn and get every single alien enemy, maybe if you went through the key door path, which is extremely slow to do, you won't have enough points to get chaos control.
Oh, yeah.
So you just have to book it to the end.
And yeah, it's definitely not worth going down the key door path.
I've got a question from Seafood in the chat. Is the light dash platform faster? I'm going to say yes, because you don't have to worry about setting it up as much, especially with a giant totem pole that is on the path that you would have to take for expert. If you position yourself wrong there, you're going to take a hit and die.
Yeah, it's harder, but I do think it's also faster because it's a lot quicker to set up. Like, you have to position yourself on the platform to make sure you don't just die. It's a lot easier to do the light dash platform.
Perfect.
Okay, both of our runners are heading into Prison Island now. Prison Island is one stage I'm not good at, so it's been nice to see some runners actually get really good times in that. Because I know how difficult it can be to get a really low time. And Kirby, do you still have the record in this particular RL?
Prison Island? No, Dream has it. Dream's had it for a while, and it's I would have gone for it, but the start of the level is just like pain on your hands to like reset it over and over again.
Oh, I
and I
believe
just couldn't deal with like the literal physical pain of the start of the level.
Coming up here in Prison Island, we're doing the Dark Mission, and the Dark Mission is a little bit different than the normal ones, where we've just been hitting goal rings. We now need to complete an objective, which is taking out all the gun soldiers in the stage. In this case, there's only one extra compared to the goal requirement, so we definitely want to be paying a lot of attention to what enemies we're hitting and what we could be missing.
All right. Omochao is the gun of choice for this mission because with all the different types of enemies that also all get one shot by the Omochao gun, you can get a lot of enemies with a single shot. Particularly useful for the section here with all the aliens all together, so you can get a lot of hero points.
Yeah, all the leeches that's rolling around on the ground, or I guess crawling, whatever that action
So it looks like Underground has been going for any of them.
Yeah, it looks like they're just trying to get through the stage.
Is Underground just playing no chaos control route? Just like no chaos control?
Possibly. I said they will also only have more dark points, because when you have hero and chaos control active, you don't gain any dark points. So it's a lot Like sometimes, depending on your route, you may not hit enough objects around, and you won't have enough dark points. But this time, it's pretty much guaranteed. It looks like they both did an excellent job on getting all the enemies they would want to get. If they had missed an enemy, they would have grabbed a golden beetle, as I believe the game calls it, but it's basically like a darker colored beetle. And
It's
that would have
also
been
worth
the
noting,
extra fun they could get.
Dare got the spin dash high jump in the one room after chaos control. He got that first try.
Ooh, that's good. That's definitely one of the harder ones. Okay, we got 206 versus a 238. Okay, so that's going to increase Dur's lead. All right, coming up here, this is one of the easiest stages in the game. Very little to have to worry about.
I don't know if I would say the Doom is one of the easiest stages. I would not say Doom is one of the easiest stages. I think it is actually really hard to optimize.
Ooh, they got a double there.
Like, the thing with the Doom is it's a short stage, so there isn't as much to actually optimize, but, like, optimizing it is still really hard. It's just for less amount of time in general.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Like, I will struggle to get consistently, like, 26s and 27s. Because every little, like, not perfect action will add up real quick.
Maria, I'm glad that you're safe.
Not too far off.
Perfect.
Alright, going into Heavy Dog. This fight can definitely be a real pain in the butt. If you get good positioning and good attacks in, you can get this fight done in under 20 seconds, or just under 20 seconds, or around like 25 seconds. Drum recently put out a video that does a pretty good job of explaining some of the boss mechanics and how you can get through it pretty consistently. I wouldn't say it's like the way to get the best time. The best way to get the best time would be just homing attack in the top forever and doing it really fast. But that's not really humanly viable, so we definitely want to be grabbing the rocket launchers that fall off of Heavy Dog and using that to attack the different turrets in the cockpit.
Yeah, I think ideally the time to aim for is probably like a 28. But it's not easy to get anywhere near as good as a 28. It's really hard to get that good.
And as we're seeing on Dur's screen, you can't be too close because the rocket won't be able to actually look up high enough to be able to lock onto attacks. So positioning is really important.
Yep, and also positioning is a really hard part of Heavy Dog, especially because, like, as I said, if you're rocket, even if they're not homing in, then that's a problem. But even if they are homing in, if they don't actually hit what they're targeting, if they hit the boss first and like not the part of targets, they won't do any damage at all. So you have to position yourself and shoot in the right direction to actually make sure all your shots hit the boss where you want them to.
Mm-hmm. All right, moving on to Air Fleet here. We're going to do the hero mission now to get us back in line with the neutral path. And the objective here is to take out all the Black Arm soldiers that are hanging around in the Air Fleet base. You have to get them all. I don't believe there's any hidden off the normal paths you would take. Not that I've last thought of. But yeah, we're going to be using the Shadow Rifle here because this will allow us to deal damage to every enemy we need to kill, and it'll be a one-shot kill.
Yep. Unlike a lot of others, because a lot of the enemies don't move as much, there's just like the golems, you don't have to worry as much about making sure you hit every enemy. While there's no leeway, like, there's only 35 enemies, they're a lot easier to hit all of them. There's not many that you'll, like, miss on accident, unlike Prison Island.
The one that Underground has shot, that one can take a bit longer to load, especially if you're on console. Whether that's like a pause buffer away from making that load in faster. I found that if you just shoot fast enough, I think I saw it in your IL video, Kirby. Like if you just shoot enough bolts there, you'll eventually hit them. You just have to keep your eye on your counter and your points to make sure you actually get the hit.
You don't even have to worry too much about ammo management in this stage either.
Right, that was another thing I figured out because I was getting to the end, like, wow, I have 20 bullets left. I don't have to worry at all. That's definitely one of the more interesting aspects of running this game. Is just like it's not just going fast. You have to manage your ammo. You have to manage what you kill when you kill it. So it's a lot more technical of a game. Second chaos control here on underground screen. This will get him past the next outdoor section with has those rails. You could just spin dash past those, or like spin dash to get on him real quick and then just zip along through. But obviously, chaos control is the most fastest way to move through the stage. So if we can take advantage of that, we are going to. Right. Oh, we're missing. Okay. Normally you would shoot the two in the front of the room first and then go around to hit the one on the back. So that scared me for a moment. I thought that underground had missed a kill.
Yeah. It's always a bit of a struggle. So in this stage, if you do miss an enemy, it is just like could be anywhere, but it's usually uncommon to actually miss any.
Yeah, just like Dur did just there. That's how I'd normally expect someone to go about that.
And onto Lava Shelter.
I'm not gonna let them get away with any
And
more.
before you know it, we're at the final stage. It'll be interesting to see. I'm gonna take a guess based on Underground's current strategies. He's probably gonna take the hero ending.
Yeah, I would guess that as well.
Okay, we'll see what happens when he gets to the shadow box, because that's going to determine the best way to get through the hero mission is to know, like, if he's going for a weapon. So
I'll make you wish you
yeah, there we go. It looks like it's dark mission time.
using the control stick will grunt.
And this one, you if you're fast enough, you can jump through some of those sections without having to worry about charging the spin dash. But you definitely don't want to touch that lava with any amount of your body, because that will be an instant death. I'm really surprised by the loading differences between Dur and Underground right now, because even though they're essentially like in the same stage right now, and it seems like Underground is ahead, there's like a full minute between them as of the air fleet. But that was definitely one of the reasons why we wanted to focus a lot more on in-game time for timing shadow runs, because even on just regular console, Xbox would load like way faster than a GameCube could. So by not doing glitches, you could be faster than a version of GameCube that was using glitches.
Oh, Underground fell. Will Underground switch to the hero route? That would be the smart thing to do in this case.
Yeah, I want to double check on that, because like I would agree, like starting from the beginning, like if you, depending on like how you can do dark mission, hero mission is perfectly viable. But at this point, I'm not sure, like if you were to start from this checkpoint here that you just touched, would going to dark route be faster? I would like to know what the
I've said this. I've said this earlier on stream, but I feel like unless you're really good at the level, like in general, hero is faster than dark. But if you are good at the level, dark is faster than hero.
Yeah.
Like,
it took us a while to figure that out too. Like, I think even with this out of the way.
Yeah, we did hero for
path.
a long time until we realized actually the dark aisle is slightly faster. So we started going for dark. But it's only slightly faster.
Excellent.
But significantly harder. So if you're a new runner and you're trying to do runs, I definitely recommend doing hero until you feel like you're good enough that you can get a better dark time. Like, you should probably go for hero most of the time at first. Also, they're neck and neck at this point. At least visually.
No,
Visually, they're neck and
I
neck.
think Dur gained it on a minute based on that in-game time for the two different endings. Yeah.
You did very. I'll turn both of you into scrap
So,
with my latest and greatest.
it's not over yet. A dealer can be a real pain in the butt.
Yeah.
So we'll see how our runners will tackle this fight.
Oh no, never mind. Adara's a lot of time ahead. Probably loading.
Yeah, it's probably Dur's, but I know just from experience, Egg Dealer can be uncooperative. But it looks like they're both attempting to utilize manipulation of Egg Dealer's movements, because depending on where you are versus him in the stage, he'll decide to go backwards or forwards. So, knowing how to manipulate his position like that will allow you to move him towards the weapon of choice, which for Underground appears to be the Egg Bazooka, and for Dur it looks like it's the Egg Pistol. So, interesting choices.
Death to all who oppose me.
Wow, they're like neck and neck in this fight. Okay, let's Kirby for a bit. Welcome back, Kirby. And congratulations to Dur for finishing the run. I didn't quite catch what the final race timers said, but a 1 minute Egg Dealer is very respectable, especially if you're just starting out.
Oh, if my audio quality sounds different to everybody, I just switched to my phone because I was getting so much lag I barely could watch anything that happened in the first race. So I'm sorry for my commentary on that behalf, but this should be better for the second round here. Oh, big TV for Underground.
Nice.
That's really good to see. It's a really respectable time.
Okay, I missed Dur's final in-game time because I was looking at Underground's finishing, but I'm assuming it went well too. Yeah, congrats to Dur for winning the first round. As we're waiting for the runners to start up, you might notice that one of the runners has Xbox buttons, the others has GameCube buttons, and that's just one of the quality of life features I added in for the launcher. This, because if you're playing on, let's say, Dolphin, like you could be using either a GameCube controller or Xbox or PlayStation, so I wanted to better accommodate that.
SX for everybody. And
Yes.
easier than setting up a capture card.
Can be.
Can be.
I've personally had some issues as of lately with at least on my end of things keeping a decent frame rate. Like stream would be fine for some reason, but like my computer's screen couldn't keep up. Like I recently got a new card and it's been a lot better lately.
Sounds like a skill issue.
I guess.
Alright, so into with Stopless. Yeah, Underground once again doing just to try to run through the level as fast as possible without chaos in the strat. It's not even, I feel like done optimally, it's not even like particularly slower.
Right. Like half the battle with running this game is knowing what's coming up. So if you took somebody who's only learned the hero or the chaos control path and you told them to just run through the stage, they're gonna have a hell of a time. But if you know what you're doing, you're gonna get through it pretty damn quick.
Yeah, this is a level where if you know where the obstacles are, when to shoot the obstacles out of your way, and the enemies and such, it is still pretty quick. There's not a lot of like actual platforming to do. You can just run through a lot of the level.
Yeah. Looks like Dur's taking give me that little bit of chaos control while I still have it moment there. This stage just loves to throw stuff at you. And by throw, I mean just have a bunch of things to dodge.
Yeah, true. Did Underground slide into the barrier instead of shooting it?
I was watching Dur's part, so I don't know.
I was like, that looks wild. Like, you still had a gun, so it's surprising.
I've found sometimes, like, depending on how I'm attacking a particular section, in particular, like that left-hand turn going into the final section, my gun could be like stuck between some boxes and shoot between the boxes, but keep me stuck behind the boxes. So in that case, I would definitely do a slide over shooting it.
But it would slide into the barrier, like the barrier that you would normally shoot to break.
Hmm. Well,
I might have missaw it. I might have seen it incorrectly potentially.
we're talking like the roadblock thing you would see at like street parties.
Yeah.
Or like
no, the thing that normally stops chaos control.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I yeah, I think maybe I missaw that, but I was like, that was cool. Oh, I just want to come to this on, not to give commentary on the last race, but at the start of Glyphic Canyon, one of the runners last run did a strafe jump onto the platform before the spin dash for Glyphic Canyon, like which just skipped the boost ramp. They strafe jumped onto it, and it looked so sick. That looked so cool and probably faster.
Ooh, I don't know about faster, but looking way cooler. I 100% agree with. Oh my god, he just did it!
Yeah, there it did it. Yeah, there it did it. That's so cool. That's definitely faster, dude. That's totally faster.
Oh, I'm gonna have to bring out the speed camera for that one because I don't know. I feel like if you just jump. Yeah, no, that's super cool.
And
that's another mechanic people forget about a lot is just strafing and like those type of movements. It helps a lot with, especially with the bazooka type weapons.
And also, as the saying goes, hype is optional.
Indeed. Like we got chaos control here from underground. Basically, just running through that loop a little bit faster. That's another reason why you want to be very mindful of what you're taking on in terms of enemies and killing and stuff. Because if you get it too soon, it doesn't care. It's gonna start counting down.
Yep, that is the difference. It's like usually with egg vacuum, you don't have to worry about when you shoot the enemies; you'll just automatically shoot them, right? But when you get too many of them, well, then you have a problem. Ooh,
that was an interesting spin dash jump off the pillar from Dur. I don't know if I would have trusted myself to do it from that camera angle.
Yeah, not moving the camera is definitely cool, but is tricky, but worked out.
I mean, it's definitely something where like if you practice doing it that way enough, like then it's not a problem because you know exactly what's gonna happen.
Behold the ultimate power. More gun soldiers, huh? Like things are heating up.
And I thought that piece of debris might have shot underground off of the platform for a second. It barely stayed on.
I must have missed that frame. Okay, both versions are done with the stage. About looks like a 30-second-ish lead on Dur's side, according to the race timers.
I take orders from no one. I do as I decide.
Yeah, so Dur off to a lead once again. We can see we only wait to see if Underground picks up whittles down that lead.
Mm-hmm.
On to Prison Island. Zeddy's worst stage.
It's a fact. Like your other fact I saw.
As we all know, Zeddy is anti-speed.
I'm very pro if I can get through the stage fast enough, then I call it good. And it takes me a long time to adopt the fastest things.
Yeah,
Something I'm
Drone's
working
got it
on.
right. Prison Island is everyone's worst stage except for me. Dude, didn't I get like a 133 on stream last year? When I turned my, I think I got a 133 or 134 on stream. Like on the racetrack.
Right.
But I'm not going racing right now. We got these two. They're missing that enemy. He got hit by it instead of shooting it. That's always a problem with some of these enemies. It's actually making sure you shoot them. That enemy can always be a bit of a struggle. So it's also one of the. You don't think about it, but it's actually one of the RNG parts of the run is where that enemy goes. Because if that enemy like goes the wrong direction, it becomes harder to shoot them. So which way they walk is like an actual relevant part of RNG.
Yeah, but it's definitely something that the more you play this game, the more you pick up on those subtle RNG moments and you figure out ways of adjusting your gameplay to account for all the different cases.
And speaking of moments like that, Underground hitting a lot of enemies in the long section with all the aliens. He's not shooting any of them. He's just going, trying to run through without hitting anything, but unfortunately failing and hitting almost like every enemy. It's always a struggle with stuff like that. Part of the reason the Omochao is so good is because you can kill so many enemies in that section specifically.
Yes, the bullet, like, it will hit one enemy and then bounce off to some random enemy around it. So, really good for clearing out areas with a lot of enemies in it.
And yeah, no, and Underground has a lot of ammo left. By not shooting at all in that section, they ended up really being wasteful with a lot of the Omochao again.
Looks like Dur got the extra enemy anyways, so you just have to worry about getting this one of the two enemies at the end there. Same thing on Underground as well.
Perfect.
Right, onto the Doom. And shortest stage in the run, by far shorter than the bosses even. I guess, depending on how good your Heavy Dog is. Heavy Dog could be faster, but probably the fastest stage for everybody in the run right now.
Yeah.
Again, it is really tricky to do everything off and get all the fires right, get all the lights correct. There's a door tech in the level that you can go for, like the very one of the first.
Dur's gonna find out real quick he didn't get enough.
Yeah, Dare missed the fires. Like you gotta go for all those fires there. You can't just skip out because you missed some of them. You gotta get all of them. I guess there's like one fire leeway, but that's it.
So for our runners that are listening in on the stream or maybe watching back later, each fire is 1/10 of a hero meter, so you need to get 10 of the flames. So you can kind of work backwards from the ones you would be using, and then determine which ones you can maybe skip out on and which ones you definitely have to get.
Yeah, there are some leeways in like the route. You can route it differently to get different fires, depending on what you think will be optimal for you. But you do still have to make sure you get all of them. If you don't get enough, then you can't do it. And also, a problem is if you touch the fires, they just go out without giving you meters.
Right.
So if you touch a fire and take damage, then you're really screwed if it's late in the level. The slide into backflip for the shatter crate. That is a thing you can do to save a lot of time. You can. There's a lot of ways to go about getting weapons in the box. Like you can punch the box and then jump into the weapon. You can kick the box and then land on the weapon. and you can also slide jump into your weapon. You can slide to break the box and then do a slide jump into the weapon. All of which, if you get the weapon animation skip, all can save time in a run. Because if you ever have to pick up a weapon triggering the animation, it wastes like what 2 seconds. Not even counting the fact that you lose all of your speed when that happens.
Yeah.
So weapon animation skips. One of the underappreciated parts of this game is knowing how to pick up the guns correctly without losing time.
How dare you?
Yeah, and you might think like, oh, it's only 2 seconds. Like, what's the big deal? Every second matters in this game. Like,
Oh yeah,
because
this is the short.
especially for one like this, where it is short, and then also your final boss is actual RNG. So any amount of time you can save leading up to that is the amount of time you can burn later if things go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
All right, welcome back to Airfleet. Definitely picking up that shadow rifle because, like, you could go through this first part with just the splitter, I believe that gun's called, and like I've definitely done it in a few cases, like where I'm just gonna practice in case I didn't grab it, but it takes like 6 shots for each of those black oaks, and that's gonna slow you down.
Yeah, it's a lot. Fine for casual because you can get 20 million of these guns from like all the enemies in the first section. But when you're trying to go fast, you gotta slow down for each enemy.
Yeah, I'm painfully aware of that because I'm currently doing expert mode, no special weapons attempts. Or I have to determine at least. I gotta practice for this tournament. But before that and then after this, I've been doing like this stage with the splitter because there's so much ammo and I'm not allowed to use the good gun. So it's been a thing. Interesting maneuver there from underground. If you're on that rail right before that last enemy when you use chaos control, you definitely want to either slow down or jump off early, because otherwise you'll just fling yourself off into the abyss. Yeah, that one was pretty close under his end.
But we always say those moments of the auto aim, it just aimed a bit higher than you wanted it to, and you just missed that golem, and then he ran into it, thinking it was gonna die. This happens sometimes. The auto aim isn't perfect in this game, unfortunately.
No, it's definitely something you get to learn to feel for, but it ain't perfect. Even in when you get, when you think something's gonna go right after years of practice, it doesn't.
Oh yeah. One of the more awkward things also is that your auto aim is very strictly where the enemy is. So whenever you try to shoot at a moving enemy, it will miss a lot of the time because of the way the auto aim is.
Right.
Behold the ultimate power.
When the wind is blowing, grab onto one of the bars on the ceiling and hold on tight. When the wind stops, take the opportunity to dash forward.
That is Airfleet for underground.
And coming up at the end for Dare as well. Getting all the last 3 enemies in this room.
I'm not gonna let them get away with any more of their plans.
I have to wonder what specifically that code is in Dare's in webcam, I guess you would call it.
You're gonna make me.
Maybe it's the code. Maybe it's the code for Dr. Pepper. The Dr. Pepper code.
I didn't realize the recipe for Dr. Pepper was inscribed in what looks to be just logs of a command line, not actual code.
Yeah, that's most sodas work. Most sodas are written out that way.
I'll make you wish you'd never.
All right, both of our runners are now in lava shelter.
Using the control stick while grinding will let me lean toward.
It's like Dur accidentally jumped into the dash ring there and lost all of his speed.
Yep, it's like you go above the speed cap by doing a spin jump or a spin dash, hitting the booster ring ironically enough, lowers your speed because it just sets what it actually does is set you to a speed, and if that's lower than your
Yeah.
current speed, then you're gonna slow down.
Under normal circumstances, if you're not a gamer, you would just be going through that at a normal speed, and that would be actually faster to hit the dash. But we're all gamers here, so it only slows us down.
I'm not a gamer.
You're not?
No.
Oh no.
Really flowing here. That bridge is the only way to get across. What are you doing?
I'm actually every run of mine is actually a movie that I'm playing.
Oh no.
I filmed every single one of them by hand.
I mean, I guess that's not incorrect. So it looks like so far both of our runners have been able to keep up the hero meter throughout the entire stage. Ooh, that was a close one on Underground's part.
Yeah, that was really close. Oh, falling. Oh, they're doing manual round.
Oh, and Dur took a hit.
Ooh, that's also really bad.
Let's see what Dur does. I don't think the last time it was Underground that was in this situation. So let's see what Dur does.
Yeah. Are we gonna have the reverse where round one, Dare did the dark mission, Underground did the hero, and now it's gonna be the opposite?
Maybe. Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah, yep, we're switching it up. This might save a lot of time for Underground. They were about a minute ahead for their fleet. I don't know if this will be a full minute of time save. It'll be a lot, probably.
Yeah, a good hero would take less than 2 minutes. So I would imagine there's no more than a minute of time left in the stage for Dur. Like from the point that he resumed.
I'm seeing the people who've done hero today. Ooh, and Dare knows the jump. I think they were lined up wrong. Yeah, they weren't lined up perfectly. But yeah, you can jump off to save time then for the hero move.
Yeah, I always just skip that whole spiral down. I do the spin dash from way up top because you're already in line with the door.
Also, favorite thing is from watching the runs today is watching people do the hero run and get to that one section and jump off the rail and then keep getting magnetized back to one of the rails like constantly. That's happened to like every single runner who gets to that part. Perfect. The hero run.
Right, Underground's currently taking on Egg Dealer. Got bombs to start and now needs to position themselves to be able to get the. I believe they go for the Egg Bazooka.
I'll turn both of you into scrap.
Huh? Oh, they're doing Egg Bazooka strats? Oh, Egg Lance strats, let's go! Egg Lance strats!
Get ready for a real one. It's time for missile fever. Stop that.
Ooh, this is probably the one time it probably is actually faster to stop it yourself. Usually, if he's going the opposite direction of you, you do not want to press the button to yourself. This is a bad idea. If they are going away from you, you want Eggman to actually stop himself. Because every time you hit the button, it like resets his timer. Like there's like a timer, like he'll run around for this long before finally stopping.
I forget the exact amount, but it's like it's approximately 10 seconds each time you hit the button. And so plus or minus that.
I think I noticed Brandino was doing that and loses a lot of time if they hit the button back. Yeah, Egg Bazooka strats can work if you know how to do them. I don't know how to do them, but I know that they work.
I don't know how to do them either. Yeah, like I think Pokemon Master recently got a very good Egg Dealer Dark time using Egg Bazooka strats.
I probably should learn Egg Bazooka strats. I'm bad at mashing. Anyway, Underground finishing up.
Underground's done with a 15.5-minute time.
Though, unless they're does really bad, then probably still going to be able to take it. But still a really good run from Underground.
Yeah. That's GG.
And there we go.
14-17.
Sorry, Doctor.
Well, congrats to Dur for winning this this what would you call it? Like the bracket round?
Round?
Or
This round?
Perfect.
I
Is that
don't
the
know if
word
there
you're
was like a special I don't know if there was like a special leg or a special what do you call term for
match?
it? Match. There we go.
It's like
Congrats on winning the match.
congrats on winning this duel of the ages, watched by
Yes.
all. I think that's the word we're looking
Match.
for. Anyway, GG's to the runner. Congrats on winning this duel of the ages, watched by
Yes.
all. I think that's the word we're looking
Match.
for. Anyway, GG's to the runner. Yeah, it's got the board. Yeah, like see if it says top of the screen. It says round.
Yes.
Winners round one.
Yeah, we had like a
Anyway, GG's to the
like,
runner. Yeah, it's got the board. Yeah, like
You know
see if it says top of the screen.
Okay.
It says round.
Okay.
Winners round one. He
Yeah,
smells.
we had like a
GG's to the runner.
Alright, so I think we might be able to get runners in for some
Winners round one. Yep.
quick commentary maybe on like what happened. Alright, so I think we might be able to get Yeah, I think that was the last match of the night otherwise.
Yep.
Hope everyone enjoyed. I'm excited to see who ends up at the top of the ladder because, like I said earlier, the new runners have been doing great in terms of getting good times and
it's been
like
really cool
stuff.
to see. It's been really cool to see all the new runners today.
We get at least one of them in here.
Looks like they might be dealing with like audio things before they're joining. Hello.
Welcome to the channel, Doom. Or Dur, sorry.
Can you all hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, congrats
wait.
on your win.
On Jack. Never mind, I'm not getting my headphones on. Anyway, yeah, can you hear me now?
We can hear you.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, that was
Congrats
fun.
on your win.
Yeah.
Finally.
I had some mess ups and had to do backup strats a little bit.
It's good that
was
you know
funny?
those, though.
What just happened?
Yeah. Was it round one or round two you went for the hero lava shelter?
That was, yeah, the last one.
That was the second
I
one?
died in a super
Funnily
weird
enough,
spot, yeah.
It was the reverse in round one. Round one, you went for dark and underground went for light, and then it was reversed in round two.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I'm glad I know which wall to jump down to, like, skip that spiral rail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed you went for the jump. It wasn't perfectly lined up with the rail, but it's still probably fast.
You're strong enough. I know you are.
Yeah, I was, like, only, like, 80% sure I was on even the right, like, segment of wall at all, so. Oh, that was fun. Good games.
Yeah, how new are you? Are you just started learning running for the tournament, or have you done running?
Yeah, no, I just started learning the speed run like a couple weeks ago, but I've played a lot of Shadow. Like Broff was saying in the last round, we've been working on the full library and stuff.
Yeah, because what do you?
Pretty impressive undertaking.
You got a 14 something in your run, right? That's really good for just starting out.
17.
Yeah, that's
not
really
a PB.
good.
My PB is like 1350, I think. But I had some level PBs. I think I got a like barely over 2-minute prison island or something. which might be a PB for me on that one.
I noticed you did something. I think this also happened in the last race. I don't think either Zeddy or I knew about doing the strafe jump onto the platform in Glitchless Canyon.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
so rad.
Yeah, I just like thought it might work, and then it worked, so I started using it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. I don't know. With the time, that might be faster. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
we'll
not
have
sure
to,
if it's
we'll have to look
simply
into it.
faster, but like it feels good to do, and like
That-
it
oh,
helps you like kind of stop your momentum and then jump to the side.
Yeah, if it's something that consistently gets you on that platform to keep you going through the stage, it's worth doing. Especially if you're having trouble doing it the other ways.
Yeah, the jump can be tricky. Just getting on the platform and positioning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Broth do that as well, and that's just a hype jump. It looks so cool, and hype is optimal, so that means it's faster.
Yeah, exactly. I think I heard y'all comment on when Broth did at the beginning of Lava Shelter start on the middle rail. That's another thing where like it might not be faster, but it like helps to have the rings, I think, and like because then if you get
That is
hit,
true.
you don't die.
You can't get hit by the enemy. That is a thing. It's faster to land and then spin dash onto the right rail. That is what is faster. But yeah, you can
Yeah.
get hit by one of the acorn rail sections for the booster. That is the thing.
Yeah, and
But
if
so
rings
like,
are an issue, then you want to just take the left rail because there's rings on that side.
oh really? Okay. Yeah, I just start on the middle rail, but like instantly it's rail switch to the right one, so I don't hit the boost hoop thing.
So like you spin dash onto the middle rail and then jump.
And then rail switch to the right, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that's probably still fine.
I don't know if it's, yeah, like I said, I don't know if it's actually that much slower.
One thing I will say, I said this for during some of the other runs as well. Lava Seltzer Dark really only faster if you're like really good. Lava Seltzer Hero is probably faster. So as I recommend for anybody doing this who starts out, definitely start out doing Lava Seltzer Hero and move to Lava Seltzer Dark later. Lava Seltzer Dark is significantly harder and also slower than Dark if you're not like really good at it.
Gotcha. I mean, that's what I usually do, Dark.
It's definitely the thing. It's like I recommend doing like ILs for both to see like which one you do faster when you do ILs, because it's like Lava Shelter is Hero, at least in my opinion, is a lot easier and it's only barely slower. And because it's easier, you probably will save time doing it. I'm saying that to a lot of runners today.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I have I don't know. I think I can get my Dark to be pretty clean.
Yeah.
Probably like it's what I'm used to doing. It's what I've been practicing. So like I'll probably keep going for it. But
yeah, that's fair enough. You know, advice from a lot of runners in general. It's still worth doing Hero, like doing it as like backup. So when like what happened in the run, if you die in Dark, you need to be able to switch to Hero.
Yeah.
I forget who did it in an earlier run today. I think it might have been Broth that sounds like practicing failure. Well, somebody got it during one of the runs earlier where they died past the third after already hitting the third generator, so they had to go back and do a spin dash onto the pulley while the pulley was above lava. That's always a scary strat to do. Though it's not as hard as it looks. It is really scary. When it's like, oh, I need to do Hero.
I think you can just spin dash jump up to like directly to the like platform in the wall where the pulley leads to, though.
Probably.
Like there's not a platform sticking out. It's like flush with the wall, so you have to like homing attack in to the like alcove.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I have done that one too as a backup.
I had to do that in a marathon one. That was fun.
All right. Is there anything else you want to stream now? If looks like we're about to wrap up here.
This is who I am.
Nice.
To Andrea.
All right, thanks everybody.
Yeah, thanks for watching, everyone.
Chaos? Hey, Shadow, can you hear me?
It looks like
Good night.
we're raiding Emerald. Good night.
So keep an eye to make sure you don't run out.
You can get more rings with those balloons.
Ooh, in-stream.